And now, welcome to the Great Cigar and Pipe Show. Presented by Hiram and Solomon Cigars. And also the Oliva Cigar family. Coming to you live from the Corona Cigar Company studios.
I am a blues man. I live this life.
Oh,
hey.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Yes, to PCA 2023. As you see, Kyle and myself here sitting at the BCA Pavilion. And we're pretty much going to be taking a lot of the show right from this spot. And as you can see behind us, we've got the 16 vendors from the BCA that are here today. We see a guy that's coming over here on my back, and this guy is because of this guy we called El Presidente. That's true. That's true. A co-owner of DAV Cigars. Yes, it's not a Met hat. It's a DAV hat.
Sharp hat.
Look at that.
That all of us already have. It's a beautiful hat.
Can I wear this?
Oh, there you go.
It's a brand new one.
Oh,
and the plastic. No, keep the plastic on it.
Hey,
It's
would
for
you
my
give
sweaty
him
head.
give him the headphones so everybody can hear him?
Well, he gave me the hat first. I was excited.
He remembers his first beer.
I do. 1970. No. Hey, folks.
I wasn't born. I don't know.
I know. Neither was
Let's
he.
welcome
Hey,
Armin.
I feel like. I feel like I should be like a sportscaster or something.
Well, you can be about sports.
By the way, doesn't Ronnie look really, really dapper
He
with
looks
our
sexy.
DAV cigar
Right,
hat?
He's sexy.
You just had to be too cool with whatever the hell you got on your head.
Good at. I mean, we
Whatever.
got the fedora, we got the baseball hat, and we got class right here.
And
Look
we
at that.
also have a DAV cigar, my Prima Natural with a Connecticut wrapper. I start my day off pretty light, so as the day goes and the stress level rises, it gets stronger and stronger.
Did you say Dago?
There you go. Hey,
Hey,
You know,
man.
he's not even from New York. You
Hey,
know,
man.
You don't like our accent, Kyle. You can go somewhere. But anyway, we're here. Hey, this is a special edition, folks.
Cheers.
All day Saturday, all day Sunday. We are going to bring you the most amazing people in the industry. So how this is going to work, Kyle and I are going to be sitting here doing live interviews with, again, 16 amazing BCA members behind us, and then we'll carry it on to the rest of the floor. Bob and Frank are actually here. They are roaming the floor,
Yep.
and they're going to be doing their show with their interviews after our live show, because we can't go back and forth together. So all their interviews will be happening
The old back and
after
forth,
us. The old back and forth, in and out,
Uh-huh.
that kind of stuff. But we got
I'm too
a
young for
wonderful
this
day.
conversation.
Well, you get old fast, believe me.
You know what you
Trust
say?
me.
You say earmuffs, and then you can say whatever you want, and Armin can't hear it. So
Oh, Armin
That's
wants to
how it
hear.
works.
He wants to hear.
I do.
All right. He's a clean.
well,
cut
welcome,
guy, but
Armin.
he's a
We're out
dirty
here
guy.
in the hot desert of Vegas, and
Yes, we are.
We are, and your leadership,
Oh,
along with Gabby Caffey,
thank
has
you, sir.
brought an amazing pavilion behind us, which
Yes.
we've been talking about it for a little while.
Yeah.
And it has finally come
I still
real.
can't believe
It's
it.
here. You
I know.
did it, man.
It's
crazy, ain't it?
Congratulations.
It's surreal because, like you said, look, you've been a part of this too. First of all, these guys are phenomenal. The Great Cigar and Pipe
oh,
Show.
you talk too
So
much.
they all right. I'll shut up.
Say
then.
more.
Okay. The word "great" that really is an appropriate word because it's a great show. They're great for the industry, and they're also great guys. So they deserve it. They deserve to be here, and it's all about getting the word out. And if we didn't have an outlet like these guys, the word wouldn't get out. So we are always indebted to you guys for that. We love you guys. We support you. You support us. So thank you. It means a lot. And with our DAV cigars, our beginning was pretty much along the lines of your beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're
So
our first
we've
sponsors.
kind of. I feel like I can share this moment with you guys,
Yeah.
And we love
it's
it.
the beauty of it. But yeah, Val's back there. We have our DAV cigar booth here as well at the BCA Pavilion, and We talked about this. This is a dream to get
Mm-hmm.
all of these amazing family-owned companies who otherwise would have missed out, would have a far greater challenge getting to this point. And the fact that the BCA, whose main purpose is to help support and elevate all these tremendous companies that all have their own unique story, to get them on the grandest stage of them all. I mean, this is quite the accomplishment. And if I may, my hats off and a great thank you to everybody at the PCA that works so tirelessly for the expo, as they do year after year, and to collaborate with us and to give us this incredible space to have the first ever Boutique Cigar Association Pavilion.
I mean, it's beautiful what you guys set up here. You've got 16 individual vendors here.
Yes, that is correct.
This week for the PCA, which is amazing.
But really, there's more, folks. And why there would be more is because last year, the ones who attended, you had to kind of pre-order because you get a little discount to say. So last year's show, a lot of BCA members are actually out on the field somewhere else because this really wasn't finalized. And so to be here, they already pre-registered and they're out there.
Yes.
So we have 16 this year.
Yeah.
Next year, we're going to have a lot more because those who were registered last year to get a booth, they'll be registering to be part of this pavilion next year.
You got it, my
And
man.
so it's not just 16. There's a lot more.
40 to be exact.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're going to have 50 or 60 guaranteed. This is going to happen. The word is going to get out there. And again, what you and the board members, the committee members have done to build this up today. I know Kyle, myself, Frank, and Bob, we were honored to be part of the media of the BCA to promote you guys each and every single week. You've been a sponsor since day one, you and Val, so thank you for the sponsorship because that sponsorship helps us get here to do these shows. For
I still remember the first day we met at the Cuban experience.
Yes.
And you guys had just flown in.
Oh, wow.
It was cold. And
it was cold. It definitely was cold.
It was cold.
But the best thing is that relationship has built to friendship. And
100%.
Again, you guys have been amazing to us. We appreciate everything, and we want to help you grow. And you guys have been growing, and along with a lot of these new people out there, they're going to grow along with you.
You know, that's
because
the whole
the
point of this.
BCA Boutique Cigar Association is here to stay, and it's getting stronger each and every single day. And the PCA does recognize that. The CRA recognizes what a small company could do. Because you know what? All these companies were small at one time.
Yeah.
And there where they are now is where you guys want to go, and you follow the path of those who succeeded.
By the way, might I say you guys look quite dapper. I'm very impressed now that you guys have your own really nifty little shirts. You got your badge. It says media on
baby.
here.
it also says stay to play, but I don't know what that means. So
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And you're in Vegas, so
Yeah. Well, we're growing. We're growing. You know, it's not just the two of us. We also got two on the road, and our two
On the road?
Well, they're on the road out there. You know, Frank and Bob. They're on
I
the
didn't
road.
know there was a road in here.
Well, there's a lot of roads out there.
a lot of roads out of here.
Yeah.
But you know, as far as the growing and as far as the company's back, we also decided collectively for everybody listening, anybody that's going to make their way to the BCA Pavilion, we also have show specials.
Ooh.
So yeah, if you buy 7 boxes,
Okay.
you get 1 free.
Oh, wow.
If you buy 10 boxes, you get 2 free. If you buy 15 boxes, you get 3 free.
Okay.
And everyone has their own kind of giveaway and
match.
stuff
Yeah,
like that. So
that's awesome.
I think Gabby's giving away a fully loaded Tesla. No,
What?
I'm just kidding.
I'm out. I'm gotta
I
go.
know.
See you later, man. Pick me up one. Drive it for me, will you?
Yeah, everybody's got their own thing. So, and everybody has their own story. And I want to thank you because I know you guys are looking to interview pretty much.
Every member here
Wow.
will be
See
so
that?
all 16 behind us. We're now 15. Everybody will come one after another. So after this,
It's
we
amazing.
hopefully have Dr. Gabby on if
You
he's
will.
not doing that.
You will.
You know, he in a sense is the creator or the genius behind BCA, and you now are on the reins of taking it over and taking it to a whole nother level as the president. And yeah, that's a lot of responsibility, a lot of time, but the passion that you have for this,
we're all willing to
it's
do
all
this.
that. And we're excited to see this grow. But let's tell us a little bit about DAV.
Yeah,
You and Val.
what's new in the
So
DAV
for-
world?
This is your time too.
You know what? Yeah, I appreciate that. So I can't believe it. And this is going to be a reality check for you guys too. So do you realize that it's been 6 years now?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
That's right.
Ronnie, it's been 6 years
Holy
since
cow.
DAV's inception. Thank God, all our hard work. We're still here. We're still plugging away. We're still growing. In addition to all the blends that you guys are familiar to, like our Habana Classico, our Prima Natural, Aristocrat Mestizo, our little Soadas.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know about it. You've smoked
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have for
I
the
don't have
first.
one right now. Look, I'm empty-handed. What do you got?
I will be back with your cigar. You have nothing to worry about.
Don't forget about Frank and Bob. They will not
Who?
let us hear. Yeah,
Those are the two
exactly.
characters on
Yes.
the road.
Frank and Bob. Oh, yes.
Oh, the guy who
yes,
doesn't travel and the other one that we make fun of.
Yes. Bob doesn't travel,
Yeah, but he
and
travels
yet
here.
he's traveling.
We have
Unbelievable.
here the Series 1918. We have the
Okay.
Series A, both of which are Cameroon wrappers
Oh yeah.
that have Dominican and Nicaraguan binder fillers. They're spectacular cigars. And we have and you guys saw this at the Indiana show.
Yes.
Our 5-year anniversary
Oh,
is
yeah.
here as well.
Very
We have our
nice.
sampler packs. We have our cigarillos. We are ready to rock. We
You
are
got
ready
the
to.
Lanceros there. See?
No, man, this is my little Toro.
It's very close to Lancero. I like the
You
Lanceros.
like Lanceros, huh?
I do.
Okay.
I think you get great flavor out of Lancero.
Yeah.
I know
I
it's
do
not
too.
a guy
Yeah.
thing.
No,
but you know
no,
what?
no,
If
I-
you're into flavor,
Yes,
a Lancero's got it all.
They've
you
nicknamed
get through
me-
all the profiles beautifully in a Lancero.
A new nickname is now.
Lancero?
Like Lancero Gesso. Like they've
Interesting.
they've nicknamed.
But
me
don't
now.
do a cigar after that, please. His head won't fit underneath this hat.
It doesn't fit underneath his head as it
Now,
is, but
does
it's
that
okay.
mean your flavor profile changes? And I don't want to go down this road. I'm going to stop that right here. Let's just stick to the nickname. All right.
So you and Val were just in Armenia.
He was not. I
Just
was.
him.
Okay, I thought you were there, but you
He
now
was
are.
keeping an eye on everything back home. I was there. It was a pleasure trip because
Yeah.
I
You
did
were
have
having
a
a grand old time. I was
always
living vicariously through you on
Are those just
Instagram
cousins
and
or
Facebook.
friends?
cousins, very close
Boy,
cousins.
what
Yeah.
very attractive cousins. Sorry,
Thank
Teresa, I
you.
got to
And-
tell the truth.
Hey,
Whoa.
look, that is very true. That is very true.
Are any of them single?
No,
Oh.
so sorry, brother.
Sorry, there,
But-
sucker.
But if you care to come out with me, there are plenty who are, and they're all beautiful inside and out. So keep that in mind. Honestly, it was for the wedding. You are
Okay.
right, and it was just the added bonus and the pleasure was going to Church's Taylor. Beautiful cigar lounge, great group of guys, and
And now you're in there.
Yeah.
you know what? It's one of those things. They're like, oh, wow, you guys are going to do big things. I said, look, I don't care if it's big or small. This is home, and whether it's 1 box, 10 boxes, 2 boxes,
Mhm.
to have our presence out there,
That's awesome.
that to me is worth more than
Yeah.
anything.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, cheers to those guys.
Now,
They're 8 hours ahead.
is the process any different trying to get your cigars into that country at
Yeah.
all? Or okay, because I could imagine like the taxes and everything is. It's
The beauty of this industry is this and this. The part you're mentioning is the part that makes everybody's right eye twitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but look, there's always a way, and we always make sure we do it the right way, and avoid any headaches.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Good.
yeah,
Good.
yeah. So that's what's going on with DAV. The other thing, if you don't mind,
Absolutely.
I'd
Good.
like to mention to everybody.
Yeah.
Once this is all over and we can breathe for 5 seconds, we're going to hopefully finalize everything for what will be the third annual BCA
Nice.
Boutique Cigar
That's
Festival.
what everybody's waiting for.
You guys know the 2 we had in Indiana.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We crushed it at Cedar Creek.
Yes.
Shout out to the guys out there.
Unfortunately, we've gotten a little big for them.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
And of course, though, we always
we
from
gotta
day one
share.
had the goal
Yeah.
of making it something
To travel.
exactly. So obviously, Bob won't be there.
No.
Good.
Even though it's in his
no,
backyard.
he will. Yeah. So I don't know if
Possibly.
that works.
Well, if it's in that state of
Possibly.
his,
Yeah.
you know, that state all the way down under, you know,
Down
way under there. Well, down
Australia?
under us.
I'm going. All right, let's go.
But yeah, knowing Bob,
yeah,
he'll
but,
be there.
but
you know?
we have scoped out an absolutely I got one.
There you go.
I got an incredible place. We have a great place scoped out.
Okay.
And we're looking at mid-November, obviously before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So yeah, South Florida. That's pretty much what I'm sharing at this point. I don't really want to put out any names as of yet until we know that we have everything finalized.
For sure.
But once we do, again, we're looking to have the whole point of the first two and this one is to have an equal playing field for every boutique to be there. You know the setup. Everybody's got their table. They want to bring banners, tablecloths, whatever. We make it affordable. We make it fun. And more importantly, to have a platform for all these amazing companies to come and showcase their tremendous product, their cigars, and more importantly, their stories. And they have really unique, amazing stories. So I would urge every retailer, every distributor, every cigar connoisseur, and all the locals to come and flood that place because it's really going to be something else.
So once those dates are announced, believe me, right here, this show will be promoting it and get you all the information you need. Right now, we know somewhere in November. So we know November is very busy. There's a lot going on.
Thanksgiving.
But before Thanksgiving. So maybe the second or third week. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Well, the other thing I'll throw out there is that maybe we'll do a little bit of extra partying because November the 12th is also my 50th.
Oh, hello.
50.
Oh,
look at that. No wonder why the gray hair's in.
Yeah.
Boy,
yeah.
I thought it was just the stress of having a cigar company.
It's that too. It's that too. So when we have the dates and we have everything squared away, I promise you guys will be the 10th to know.
Nice.
The 10th.
Yeah, that's how we
You're
follow.
moving up.
I'm
You're
10 and
moving
you're
up.
11.
Yeah.
You guys are moving up the list.
Well, I know Mom's got to find out.
Well, it's better than the
Val's
20.
gotta find out. Gabby's Kathy gets ahead now. She's ahead of us, old son. You know?
Yeah.
What can I tell you?
Kathy's in a league of her own.
Yeah.
Well, she's number 4.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, no, Vivian's 25. So she's number 5.
No,
I want to know
you
who
guys
the
will
4
be
guys
number
are.
1.
Oh, you're
guys
such a
will be
liar, but I love it. Keep on.
number 1 outside the first 10 you mentioned.
There
How
you
about
go.
that?
All right. The first media? Well, we're going to lose it to somebody else.
There
How's
it
that
is.
sound?
There it
The
is.
first media.
There it is.
The first
company.
media.
Yes.
Because we have to make that announcement.
We're
So
the
we have to-
exclusive media coverage of
Yeah.
the BCA.
Yeah.
Even if it's not on a Tuesday night, we can maybe a Thursday night or something. But
Yeah,
we got
we'll
to talk
figure it
about
out.
it ahead of time. Because, again, July 4th, which you and Gabby were supposed to do, but we decided not to do the show because you're just getting back. You're exhausted. Gabby wanted to hang out and with the kids.
Yeah, it was
It's
just really
firework
tough.
night.
It was
Yeah.
tough.
You know,
yeah.
he's on vacation. So,
And it's family too,
But-
and nobody wants to watch 3 chooches and
well, there's 4, but
Bob.
that's right, Bob.
yeah. That's a tall order.
Yeah.
that is.
On the 4th, where everyone's drinking,
But
flowing fireworks
we get
off.
it. We get
Yeah,
it. But so
yeah.
when you guys get that, let's set up a special because
Let's.
we're booked already 2024. So that's just
I
how
know.
big
We're-
the show is.
Excuse me.
We could
We're
actually book all the
somebodies.
way to 2025 with all the people we know. But for that though, we need to get an exclusive, a heavy
You'll
duty
have it.
promotion,
You'll have
and
it.
we're going to talk because you're not only going to have 16 people here from this crew. We still probably got another, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 more outside of this. Plus everybody who now sees that this is true, this is real,
Oh yeah.
and it's not just talk. They want to be part of it.
You better believe it. And again, as I commended the PCA for the tremendous work they do and having us here with the pavilion, stay tuned because, this is let this year's show be the catalyst
Yes.
for bigger and greater things to come. Look, the serious side of all this is regardless of the festivals, the expos, and everything else that we're doing, rest assured, that the FDA is still looking to regulate.
yeah.
Yes. Those bastards.
Lawmakers are still out there making things difficult for the premium cigar industry, although they shouldn't be. So there's a lot to do behind the scenes. Lobbying. I urge every single cigar enthusiast, anybody who's in the business, to become members of the three major organizations. Obviously, we are the Boutique Cigar Association, and you have the PCA, the Premium Cigar Association, and you have CRA, Cigar Rights of America.
Yes.
People should get involved, should join, even if it's something as easy as signing petitions or getting involved. This is very important. It's all about grassroots.
Yes.
Getting involved on a local level.
Mm-hmm.
Your local constituents, local. I don't care if it's a councilman, a senator, a congressman. You know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
We have to keep the pressure on. We have to keep the pressure on at the Capitol because look at the thousands of people that would be affected. I don't even want to throw out a number, but the results would be catastrophic if regulations get worse.
It would be a collapse of some economies.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
You have to think not just domestically, but also the countries
International.
where they're made. Nicaragua,
Absolutely.
Dominican Republic, Honduras, Mexico, so on and so on.
There's so many countries involved, but that's not just even cigars. You talk about the box makers, the label makers, the wrappers.
Yes.
There's
It could go
cigars,
on and on,
lighters, cutters.
everything.
It's all the accessories that are part of this industry. It would be stupid on their behalf.
I can't tell you how many times I've written my local senators and
Sure.
reps and everything. I send them. I talk to them. They probably put all my shit in a spam folder now, but because they're
You're
like
a terrorist.
They block you.
Yeah.
They've already blocked.
Yeah, he's a terrorist
They're like,
already.
this fucker keeps on calling me and texting me.
Telling me about it. But you know what? You got to keep doing that.
You mentioned that. How does one out there, even if they're not a cigar owner or a retail shop, how does one join the BCA?
That's a very good question.
Hey, that's what
I like that. I like the setup. That was very wow.
Mm-hmm.
Seamless.
They call me the idiot for nothing, you know.
All they have to do is go to boutiquecigarassociation.com. Everything is there. It's a new website. It's user friendly. It's got everything about our history, who we are, the board, the members. Everything is on there. And obviously, there is also a place where you could click for members, for membership, and it spells it out very easily, whether you are a brand owner, a factory owner, a distributor,
media
connoisseur. It's all there. So that's all they need to do. Very simple. BoutiqueCigarAssociation.com.
Yes.
And you'll be part of the family.
And it's a great family, folks, and it's growing. And we need your support also out there. If you enjoy the cigar industry or any smoke, if this is a passion of yours, well, join us because we need the numbers to fight this administration and their hate against tobacco. We have to get rid of them, bottom line. And we have to have the voice to do it.
That's correct. Oh, in case he asked, we're still vetting Bob's application.
I wouldn't accept it.
The board is
I
still
would not
reviewing
accept
I mean,
it
he
if I were
doesn't
you.
travel.
That's already one major.
It's one of the check
deterrent.
boxes.
Yes,
You know,
it
are
is.
you willing to travel? You say no. You may or may not get in.
No, it's only because I'm stuck with him because it's blood. You know, I mean, mom and dad did me wrong. Oh, but they had him first. Oh, so I don't know.
But look, I know they say guilty
So which one
by
to use the milkman,
association,
baby?
But we try.
Oh, well, I don't know. I have to talk to mom. Mom.
Oh, and there's our guru right there.
Kathy. Oh, she has to.
Yeah.
All right, you go get Gabby after you finish eating. I'll send him.
She's gonna eat.
I'll
She's gotta go eat.
I'll get Gabby.
But anyway, anything last things that you want to say here in regards to what the miracle that
Hi,
you
Mama.
guys put together?
No, honestly, just a thank you again to you guys. I know you have a full 3-4 days. I know you do.
At least 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys are doing a tremendous job. And if you need anything from us, we're here for you. I know you're here for us.
Oh, do you have some whiskey or?
Actually, people, if they're listening live, they're going to get very jealous.
Oh, what do we have?
What Val has
From Army?
No.
No.
is legit vintage Ararat Armenian brandy, and I believe the one he brought with him is the apricot brandy.
Oh,
And you think he'll share with two little small
Uh,
nobodies?
I
us
know,
chooches?
I know he will. I know that he will.
I know.
So-
Val. You never see Val's face. He's,
he's more of a
Armin's the
behind the
face.
scenes
He's
man.
the voice.
Yeah.
Armin's just nice, quiet guy from behind.
Val,
but,
Val he's the behind the scenes guy.
yeah, we
makes
hug and
things
kiss him on
happen.
the outside of the screen.
And he
you know?
does. I'm blessed to have this man as my partner. And he's a lot more than that. To me, he's family.
Yeah.
He has been pretty much the majority of my life, and our families have been as well. So,
Yeah.
in that regard, I am truly blessed.
Yes.
So,
Awesome
It's
fella.
so hard to find somebody who you can trust.
Oh man! You're preaching to the choir
Yeah.
Yeah.
on that one.
I haven't
That's
found nobody yet, but
Yeah, well, listen to my
Yeah.
sidekick here.
yeah.
Hey,
And the other
everybody.
guy.
Question. How's
Uh-oh.
the D? You got the A for Armin, the
What?
B for Val.
I can answer
Let's
that.
talk about the
Oh,
D.
Oh,
okay.
yes.
That's where he's
from.
going with.
Yes, yes.
I was getting scared
You're
when he
a
asked how's
dirty,
the D.
dirty young
I
man.
was too. For a minute, I had to stop and
You
kinda
too?
dwell on that.
Wow. Two dirty young guys, and I'm the
So,
old guy. Yeah.
If he's listening, Dico Fermin, everybody calls him Dico. He is so, when you go down to Santiago, when you go to where our factory is in Villa Gonzales, when you walk around this man or drive around with this man, the nods, the smiles, the greetings that he gets because of who he is, because of
Okay.
his character. And this talented genius of a man is the third generation of our factory, Remembranza, in Villa Gonzales in Santiago. So he certainly deserves to be the D
Mhm.
in the DAV.
There you
Nice. That's awesome.
go. Well, maybe someday we can do a tour there,
Well,
depending
Yeah.
on
Sometime.
sponsor money to
Sometime,
get
yeah,
us
no.
down there, because that would
I
be
mean,
a
we are
wonderful.
taking,
You
we
guys
are.
would get the royal treatment down there. You would see every part of it, from the tobacco fields
well, that's what we
to
want
the
to see.
area where
Can we do a
everything is being
documentary on DAV?
100%.
When?
Yes.
When?
Let's set that up.
I'll tell you what. When we're off the air and you guys are done working the floor,
Mhm.
All right.
that's a conversation to be had.
Yeah.
There we
For
go.
sure.
A documentary
Yeah.
about DAV
Yes,
cigars
the fermentation.
right from the get-go.
You'll see rollers. You'll see everything.
Everything.
You'll see
Okay.
That's what we
everything.
want
A
to
to
see.
Z.
All right.
Oh, I like the A.
Maybe.
So
we'll,
anyway.
we'll put this documentary together and we'll sell it to Netflix.
Oh, look at that. And we can make some real money on
You know
that.
what? I honestly stop caring about what everybody says about you. I think you're okay.
He's the village idiot. Trust me.
Well, I mean,
I'm
even
the state idiot, but he's the village
the blind
idiot.
squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
I got two of them. Thank God. You
So
know,
he's the village, you're the state. What does that make Bob and Frank?
Oh well, they're the national.
One of them's got to be international because there's two of them.
Oh, that would
Well,
be
that-
Frank
that
because
would be
Bob
Frank.
doesn't travel.
yeah.
Okay, there
Bob
it
is
is.
the underground. yeah, he's almost 6 feet under. So,
They don't hold back, folks.
no.
Hey, well, you know what?
Well,
If
he's
we
70 years old. I mean, come on.
Is he
You know,
really?
Yeah, he's 20 years older
I
than you.
wouldn't have said a day older than 86.
Well,
God
did I
bless
lie?
him.
Or was he 90? No.
I thought he was over 100, to be honest.
No. Well, he
It's
was
kinda
born
like
in
the skinny
18.
coming to America in the barbershop.
He was born in 1852. What can I say? All that alcohol has kept him going.
You guys are the best. Well,
Anyway,
I took up enough of your time.
Thank you,
I
Armin.
appreciate you guys. Thank you, everybody. And again, if there are people that are here that are listening, make your way to the BCA Pavilion. We got
Yeah.
16
They
tremendous
got deals.
companies ready to fulfill all of your cigar needs.
tell the deals
Yeah.
again. 1 box free. You buy
7 boxes, you
7.
get a box free. 10 boxes, you get 2 free. 15 boxes, you get 3 free. And whatever else each company is giving out.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
cheers
The
to
deals
that.
are to be
Beautiful.
had.
my brother.
Thank you, my
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank
I
you.
love
again.
you guys. You
Yes.
guys are my
Be
bros.
We'll be over there. Tell them don't kill that bottle until we get here.
I promise. And I am going to go get Gabby.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Thank you,
All right,
Armin.
folks, there you go. Armin of DAV Cigars, El Presidente of
Yes.
the Boutique Cigar Association, and one of the masterminds behind what you see behind us. And there he goes. He's going to go get
He's
the
there.
brainchild of the BCA. And,
Oh, yes.
that
And the
is-
founder.
And
One
the
of the
founder. If you
founders.
can, hit me up a little cold water there if you can. I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
too
yeah,
much.
You always talk too much.
I try.
You're
try
full
hard.
of hot air.
Oh, I'm always hot air.
Let's
Thank
see.
God.
Will I be able
But
to make
folks,
this?
if you're here live and everything, this is where to be right now if you're in Las Vegas. We know we have a lot of competition. There's NBA stuff going on. There's
UCF fan
yes.
festing.
There's always something going on.
They're
here
setting
in
up
Vegas.
for a Formula One race.
They are. But today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, it's all about the cigar
Happy
industry.
day.
Once a year, they promote this amazing event, and and we say it's amazing because we've been to a few, 4 or 5 already, myself, and it just keeps getting better. But what also gets better for me is that during the year, Kyle and I, Frank and Bob, we meet so many more people in this industry, and we get to stay in touch with them, and we know them like we become family to say. It's not blood, but what we're talking about. And it's so hard to walk down an aisle without stopping, shaking hands, giving a hug, giving a kiss.
We know because we're trying to set up, and you took 20 minutes just coming in the door.
So I'm not lying. I'm serious. It's just that there's so many amazing people that just makes it happen. And we're going on 6 years soon to do this show. We're in over 65 countries around the world. We are growing. Our support is growing. Our viewership has been increasing with people who are liking the show. You can catch us here on Facebook. If you have friends who do not participate on Facebook, we have YouTube for you. We got Rumble for you. We got Twitch for you. If you don't want to see our faces, but listen to us.
Unfortunately, Rumble's not on today. We're because that had to be set up.
But that we
while
could,
ago.
all right. But they can catch on it.
Yeah.
But we can go on Spotify. You can go on iHeartRadio. You can go on Pandora. You got all the other social events, media that you can listen to us, not see us. Maybe it's good for some of you that don't see us. You don't get look away. I'm hideous.
You don't have to look at our ugly mugs.
But it's a lot of fun. Really,
well, I got to tell
amazing.
you, I'm about to fire up. This is a PCA launch exclusive right now, and this was given to me by my good friend Bruce Bush.
No, you dog.
I've got the tailgate right here. Got it here right now, folks. We're gonna be firing this up, and we're gonna enjoy this because I promised Bruce that I'd give him my feedback by the end of the day.
I'm very disappointed.
And he gave me a padded envelope, so you know how this is going to go.
I'm very disappointed that he didn't give you one for me.
He said he needs to see you to get your cigar.
I hugged him outside. I saw him already.
Yeah, well, you weren't in here when he was handing them out.
Well,
and in the box, get this. So now the tailgate is going to come in a box. Figure this out.
I'm listening.
I
just get those out here on the share.
Of 14. And the box is no bigger than 7 wide of these in that thick. So the whole point of it is that you put the box in your bag when you're going tailgating.
It's beautiful.
And it's 14 cigars because of 2 touchdowns.
I like that.
Yeah. So there is a mystery behind the cigar, and he's got a lot to talk about it. So when we interview him, either Frank and Bob will be out there, or maybe he'll come down and visit us, Chooches. I don't know, but we'll get that interview out to you, and he'll talk about his cigar and tell you the process, because this is Bruce's cigar. This is the one
he wants to take credit for it. I know. So, folks, we're going to ask you a favor. If you're watching us now, and I'm going to mention that during the course of the show, please hit the share button. So people that are not familiar with the show, they can be familiar with the show through you. So they trust you to watch. So we just, help us build up our viewership also, because that's what it's all about. We want to get the word out of this amazing industry. As you know, we talk about cigars, we talk about pipes, talk about tobacco. We kind of talk about alcohol. We kind of talk about this. We talk about that. All good stuff as if we're hanging out in a cigar lounge. Yeah. And that's what we try to bring to you. And we have a lot of laughs. And
I can tell you right now, right off the bat,
man.
you
got to tell me.
This is a really good stick. The draw on it is fabulous. It is just like breathing air. You don't have to choke to try and get this in. And that first, so we're just getting started on this, and right off the bat, that first initial hit into it, you're almost getting like a citrusy, like mango or apricot, like little hints in there. And then it's starting to go. You're getting a little bit of spiciness to it, and it's almost like if you were to take like a mango habanero jam.
Okay,
that's kind of what you're getting. This is flavorful.
Wow,
this is man.
Listen, Karen Berger puts out good quality.
This is what they call a double Sumatra wrapper.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is, when you see this in your local humidors, folks at the B&Ms, the tailgate, pick this up.
If your local don't have it, request them to get it, because tell them it's going to move.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows Karen Berger and Don Kiki's history.
If you don't have it at your local shop, get in contact with Bruce Bush at Karen Berger. You can get his email right from their website. Send him an email and tell him where the shops there are that don't carry it, because he'll probably personally fly out there.
He might personally be there, or one of his team members will go out there and put on an event bringing this fantastic cigar along with the rest of their line, which, it's a plus. It's Don Kiki, who's been around years and years, and then married Karen, and they have an incredible industry together. They are amazing, and they just put out one good, fabulous cigar after another, and it was fantastic because last year they did the 25th anniversary with AJ Fernandez and him and her came together to put out the 25th, which was spectacular. So again, if your local doesn't have any of these cigars in there, ask them to hold an event. I guarantee you, Bruce and his staff or someone from his staff will do a fantastic cigar event with the entire line.
While we're waiting for Dr. Gabby Caffey to come over here, let's talk a little bit about last night, because we were invited to the J.C. Newman private dinner cigar event over at Rum Bar in the Mirage. What a fantastic little gathering. J.C. Newman,
I like the way you use little, because you know what? The madhouse that was here, that every year, PCA does put the dinner on, and it was, wall-to-wall people, smoke galore. This was such a, and I'm going to say it is a private event, but they took the whole bar up, and it was done in a classy way. So you had Crystal, you had Sydney, you had Cara there, and Chris, who was working the cigars. They were there, and you know what? It was everything that you would want to do with personalize yourself with a brand, and they made you feel at home.
They sure made me feel at home, because it was open bar.
Well, you went there. I mean, all right. No, it was an open bar. It was an open food.
It was
and
fantastic.
The sliders were amazing.
Yeah, you had like 6 of them.
No, I had 3. I counted. The French fries, only one. The French fries had a lemony flavor.
Lemon zest on them. I've never had French fries with the lemon zest on it. And it took it to a whole new level.
It did.
I am curious to do this at home when I air fry my own fries.
Okay, you do that. Let me know how that turns out. If you like it, then I'll do it at my place. But no, honestly, J.C. Newman was unbelievable. It was again small private event, but they did it right. You felt like you were one of them. All right.
Mhm.
Now, we did the tour last year. We were down there. We did the tour. We rolled their
We
cigars.
did the hand rolling class.
Yes. We learned the history of J.C. Newman. That factory was just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Mhm.
You know, when you see a company do things right, you'll know what I'm talking about. When you see someone do things right, J.C. Newman does it right. Let's put it to you that way. They did it right. We were treated like really kings.
Family.
I mean,
It was
family,
family.
but
It was
kings.
family.
But it was astounding. It was absolutely fantastic. They gave us such a welcome. And last night we felt it again. They invited us. Again, they had a couple other people, but to invite the Chooches there, the Great Cigar and Pipe Show, they remembered us, and they're now sponsors of us. So we are so proud to have them as a sponsor.
Yeah, and we had just recently seen Bobby and Crystal at Vic's
Vic
Norwood
Shaw.
Royal Cigars launch of the Diamond Crown Lounge.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I mean, talk about coming to Chicago and you're launching a lounge right there, J.C. Newman, at again, one of our sponsors, and in our backyard.
And Vic's here somewhere in this building
Vic
right
is
now.
here, probably hanging out with Oscar.
We'll probably see him at some point.
His cigars. But it's fantastic. The industry is amazing. The people that we meet, we are so lucky to have this part of our lives, because it has become part of our lives each and every day.
We should probably tell them the exclusive that's going to be happening.
Do you want to tell them?
We need to tell them.
Do you tell them
we
right
have
now?
To tell them.
Should we?
We need to, because now coming, you're going to see the Chooches back at the J.C. Newman factory in November. We're still finalizing the dates, but they are launching a new cigar tasting class that we are going to be a part
You're
of.
Supposed to hit the button.
Oh, it's too far.
Is it this one?
I don't know. Nope, that's not
is it that one?
Nope, that's
No?
Jeopardy. Nope, all right, we're all over.
Yeah.
All right, you're done. All right. So, yeah, coming in November, they're launching a new tasting class, which they're going to offer, I believe she said, 24 different cigar leaves, and they're going to have different tastings for, how they blend and go through that. And since we've been a part of the rolling class, we really want to be a part of what happens before the roll. So now we're going to do the tastings part of that, which is amazing, because they've come out and they said, when you guys are coming back, we're going to make sure that you guys are in the class, or making sure that you're going to be taken care of at the factory. Even Bobby Newman, he gave us his personal number and said, when you guys are in town, call me. He's like, I'll meet up with you guys. And then there might be some other shenanigans that happens at night.
You're giving a lot away.
Yeah, but that's all I'm going to say. You're going to have to stay tuned later on in the year, because after the tasting, there's going to be some craziness that happens.
We will continue to bring you amazing stories from the J.C. Newman area. Ybor City is going to be,
and check that out. See that? You see that? That's Diamond Crown, J.C. Newman, right there.
Yep. So, again, folks, we're going to go on here all day. I mean, these seats are going to be worn out by the time Kyle and I have finished later on today. Again, a reminder for you listeners, Bob and Frank are out there somewhere rolling around with the camera. They're going to actually come on after we are done our live show. We'll upload all their interviews. So this whole event, you can carry it through the night and go to bed with it and still wake up and see some more, because we're probably going to do 16 hours of showing just today. And
16
then tomorrow,
hours. Well, we're not here for 16 hours.
Well, we're doing about 8 hours worth of stuff, right? And then Bob and Frank are going to do about 8 hours.
We're not.
So 8 and 8's about 16.
They're probably not doing 8 hours worth of stuff.
Oh, those stiffs,
Because they're traveling, they're rolling around.
Man, I think we need more money than they do, because we do a lot more. They're hanging out, smoking and talking and drinking probably.
Well,
and here we are talking, smoking, and not drinking.
Well, we're drinking water.
Well, we need a lot of water. Yeah. But anyway, you're going to see what they've done today, right after we finish our lives. And it's going to be fantastic. And if you love podcasts, this is what we're all about. You can catch us 24/7, anytime. Come on, roll in, see what's going on. When you're in your car, you can listen to us. Those long traffic, days where you're stuck in a parking lot. Hey, just chill with us, and we'll keep that ride nice and hopefully happy and laughing and knowledgeable, because we always try to bring you knowledge
For sure.
what's going on. Like you learned a little bit earlier from Armin about the BCA, how to become a member, what's it all about, and watch them grow. And the BCA is growing. Like I said, we might have 16 right behind us, but there's also probably about 24 others out on the field who registered last year because they want, if you register early, get the discount.
Mm-hmm.
This was talked about, but it wasn't set yet. So those, we imagine, are going to be part of the 2024 show. And, well, we announced it. To those who don't know, we just heard it was announced yesterday. Tomorrow, next 2025, we'll be going to New Orleans. Yes, that will be a trade show.
If you're going to say it right, you got to say it right. Nolans. I'm close. It's Nolans.
Do you mind if I have that New York accent in it? New Orleans?
You'll get crucified down there.
Well, then I won't talk. I'll keep it simple. I'm going to say New Orleans. All right? Or New Orleans? How's that sound?
Yeah,
Is
you
that
sound
good?
like a real Yankee.
New Orleans?
You sound like a real Yankee.
Well, what can I tell you? I'm old. Senior citizen, respect. But, we're looking for Gabby right now. Obviously, he is a very hot man in interviews himself. I can imagine his booth is going crazy, but he does have his GM, Doug, is with him, and his wife, Vivian, is there also. So we're going to get him on. He is the mastermind of what you see behind us. He put this all together back in, I think, 2016, when he had the thought about putting together the Boutique Cigar Association. We just had Armin here, who is the president, and he is the face of putting this all together. So, folks, all we're going to say is hang on there.
Look at this. We got
Frank.
Perdo by Kirk. Awesome job you're doing.
Oh.
Buenas tardes.
¿Qué pasa, amigo?
Hola.
Gracias. Muchas gracias. And then we have
Frank.
Our Chicago
Hello, paisans.
man.
Hey, what's happening?
Thanks for joining us, Frank. Hey, hit the share button, guys. Let's get the others who weren't lucky enough to be here but wanted to be here, or just want to know what it's like to be here, because Las Vegas is where it's at in the cigar world this week.
Yeah.
And, people are walking in, and
people are walking.
It was
people
a full
smoking,
house out there trying to get in.
People are drinking.
Yeah. Now people are eating. There's going to be a lot happening now till 6 o'clock tonight. You're going to see a lot of people sitting down in this.
It's actually
seat.
kind of cool. If you look in our background, you can see the haze in the ceiling.
Yeah. Well, I haven't created any haze yet because I was told cigars are coming over, but you
were given one at least.
Well, I want, but I want to. Oh, this is a nice one too.
Yeah,
this is going to be a beautiful one. The reason why I haven't smoked this one is because I want to smoke the ones where my guest comes in and give me a cigar, so I smoke that in front of them.
Well,
it's
apparently
respect.
he didn't bring any, so
well, he is going to bring those cigars. I don't know when. We might have to Armstrong when we see him there, or just tell Val, hey, he's a bad boy.
Armstrong,
but I think we can. You know what? The alcohol is waiting for us. So with the alcohol, we're going to get the smokes.
I mean, it's afternoon here, so I mean, it's all.
It's 12:20. Wow, that went fast. Really, that really went fast, folks. But we're excited. Like I said, we've been to several already, and they just keep getting better. And there's some of the old guys who weren't here for a while have come back. So Altadis is here with us. They're kind of like right behind us over here. And that's exciting to have them here. And a few others. And a lot of newbies. There are a lot of newbies here for the first time. And a lot of them are here also on the Boutique Cigar Association. But a lot of people have created their own cigars. They want to see what this industry is all about. talk about COVID, who shut this system down for
Wow.
2 years.
That was a heavy hit.
It was a heavy hit for
But
not being here. But think about how many
the brick and
people,
mortars
brick and
thrived.
mortars or distributions for people who are home, and they can smoke more cigars in their own house or their own place or wherever they're doing their own business, because at work you couldn't do it, and now everyone's smoking. So the cigar boom is here and it's kicking off, and that created a lot of people actually getting into the industry. So there's a lot of new people, a lot of brands that we're going to be interviewing right here that you might never have heard for before.
What
But
happened to Gabby? I mean,
well, if you want to go get him, I could keep it talking. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got a hot air, that's for sure.
Well, unless you want to hold it for it,
Let me go see what I can scrounge
All
up
right,
here.
so Kyle's going to go, and I'm going to just keep talking here. So bear with me. I don't want to lose the audience, guys. There's a lot going to be happening here, and again, we appreciate you joining us. We know you're going to be going in and out all day. We expect it. That's fine. You can always catch up where you dropped off. You can see what vendor we have sitting here talking about their cigar line, and it's okay. And again, you can always catch this show any time of the day, night, whatever. It's 24/7. Once we're on, you can always see where we are. You can go back almost 6 years worth of shows when we first started off on radio, and then we had them there, and then the podcast. We're growing. We've been around. A lot more people want to be part of the show. Our sponsorship is picking up. Now we actually got people coming to us say, hey, we want to sponsor your show, which is a compliment and an honor in such a short period of time. Last year, I heard it was 65 countries around the world. We've seen some other countries that have come on since. So, but I don't know what the number is. So, hey, after 65, I don't think it matters much. So Dr. Gabby's not here, but we're also going to bring an officer, Dr. Garo of Garo Cigars, and again, one of our sponsors.
Yeah.
And
Gabby's a little
just
busy,
a friend. But
I
Dr.
found
Garo
Garo.
is part of the board, and he's one of the main officers. Welcome aboard, my buddy.
Welcome.
How are you?
Welcome. Nice being at.
The whole place is rocking for you, brother. How we doing? Compliments to what you, the board, and the committee have put together right behind us. What a fantastic feeling for you, because this is 25 years for you coming to this show.
28.
All right.
28
I don't count COVID.
COVID. Okay, then. Okay, minus.
All right. All right. 28 minus 2, but plus 2, whatever. 28 years you've been here with a fabulous cigar line. Now, as an officer of the board of the BCA, look what you guys, 16 hard here, 24 out there because they registered last year because we didn't know this was happening. But next year, add those 24 to the 16, you got your 40, plus who knows how many more.
Right.
You could have 50, 60 people here next year.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I mean, we were looking forward for this because from my own experience, when newcomers, they come and get their own tent booth, which is very commendable, to attend the PCA every year. But from my experience, when you have a booth by yourself and people, they walk by, retailers, they don't even stop, say hi because, they kind of fear of, they don't know you. They don't want to talk to you. But creating this, it's the camaraderie that it comes with it. And plus it shows the support of the small manufacturers that they are relevant.
Mm-hmm.
They're relevant as a small manufacturer. They have a passion. They're sweating. They're doing their work.
Yeah.
And that's why we created this. It's very important, people, to understand. Everybody here, it's important. They have something to offer. All we ask the retailers is to come taste them.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I'm okay with it if they don't like it.
Sure.
But that's okay. Everybody has a different palate.
Yeah,
but at least give them a chance and talk to them, see them, because you may never know. You might be missing the bus.
Right.
But
well, you have such a large line that you have something for almost everybody's palate, yes?
Yes, all they have to do is when they come and ask them, what's your palate?
Mm-hmm.
So that then I would give them the one that they like.
Mm-hmm.
So this way, plus this way they will be content when smoking rather than being, oh, it's not to my taste, because I just can't hand them a cigar, tell them, okay, smoke this one, it's a Garo. But what do you like? Some people, they say, I like to smoke a lot, but what do you like to smoke? Medium, mild,
Yeah.
medium to full, or full body. You know what I'm saying? You like to have a bite, you like creamy.
Yeah.
But at least I'm very proud to say that my cigars, they're all smooth cigars. People, they ask me, like, how many years I was coming to the PCA. Just they asked me right now. I said 28 years. I apparently it went through his head. And again, he asked me, how many years have been coming? Is this your first year? I said, no, it's a first year me with the PCA.
Yeah.
Because since I was the vice president of the BCA,
Mhm.
usually I used to have two booths. But because I'm talking the talk, I'm going to walk the walk.
Sure.
So I agreed to the kiosk
Yeah.
to show the other newcomers that saying that I'm okay, I'm with you guys.
Mhm.
So that's why I have no problem being with them.
Mhm.
But after 28 years, it's
Yeah.
for people, they think, oh, it's a downsizing. No, it's not downsizing.
I wouldn't
It's
thought that
more-
at all. I don't
No.
know. Whoever thinks of that has no idea then what's going on.
That's
Period.
what it
They
is.
have
So
no
that-
clue.
See,
And to be asking you that, obviously, they're new or they have no idea what they're doing
yeah,
either.
I mean, show them the support. That's what it is. It's all about. And I mean, I see the way people are coming in with a wave, but at least retailers too. It's going to take time to comprehend this concept.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Of
mean,
course.
TPE has it, as they say, but see, it's totally different genre. This one is.
Yes.
Because as you know, we vent the people that they're going to be here because we would like the quality of the BCA to stand up.
Mhm.
Correct.
We like to help the small people. We like to give them a constructive criticism, what it is to help them, elevate them rather than
Mhm.
putting them down. Because what it is, if you're passionate, you want to work, you're always good to hear somebody's opinion saying that, if you do this, it will make you better. If you do this presentation, might looks better. So this way you have more people attracted to you
Mhm.
than, I mean, ego problem doesn't exist at the BCA. That's the beauty of it. So that's why if you see nobody has extra banners
No.
outside,
Yeah.
it's like,
Everybody's equal here.
it's equal.
And that
in
was
necessity,
talked
yeah.
about to make sure that there's no egos and
No.
that you're not next to the big guy. You're all in it together. It's a community. Boutique Cigar Association community. Everybody's on the same level playing field.
Yes.
And you're all in it to strive to help each other.
We give them the chance so that they will better themselves. This is a platform to show their product, and this is it. Because otherwise, it would have cost them more too to come.
Yeah.
They
Right.
didn't know.
Yeah.
At least the BCA is directing them how to go, what to do. So it's
Right.
very important because a lot of people are like importing. I mean, things like that, small things that people they don't think it's relevant. It's big time because if you don't know how to import them right, if you bring them with your DHL every time, but there are the consequences if you don't have a importing license. I
Right.
mean, things like that we help them too. So it's not only displaying; we kind of help them in all aspects.
For anybody
educate
new,
them.
that's
New.
exactly what you're looking at.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're looking to get into the industry and you don't know how, right here is how you will learn. Part of the Boutique Association. We talked to Armin earlier. He mentioned go to the website.
Mhm.
The brand new website will help and guide you to what you need to know to make it in this industry.
Exactly.
Besides capital, because don't fool yourself. You need money to get into this industry. This is not a part-time job. If you're looking for a part-time job, then you're not serious and you're blowing money away. You need capital and you need the passion and the love to make this your life.
Of course, it's a lifestyle. I mean, it's not getting. See, when you present a line, you have to be proud of what you have. It's not a brown stick with a label on it. See, that label is a presentation. It's work on your line. If it's not good, if it's not ready, don't give out anything.
You're right.
Just promote yourself, saying that I can't give the cigars now, but I'm here.
They're coming.
But they're coming
Yeah.
because they have to be aged. So I'm having a new line that they're ready. I can have them, but I said no, it's going to stay till October.
Yeah.
to be 8 months sitting there,
Mhm.
October, so that I would label them, and we're going to introduce them at the festival.
The BCA
yeah.
festival
BCA
we just
festival
talked about in November.
in
We've got to get
November.
a date yet, and as soon as we have that date, we'll promote you. So
Yeah.
get ready to go to Florida. I think Miami.
Miami.
We don't
That's
yeah.
know.
right. We think.
Still,
Yeah.
it's
We're
up in
looking
the
at
air.
Miami in November.
Miami.
Not a bad time of year for us Northerners, but that will also be your grand.
Yeah, I mean, it's
your
going to be
exclusive.
part of it, which is going to be the prelude for the next year PCA, but it's going to be special package as a sample pack. It's going to be for the Year of a Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of different packaging, different thing. We're
Okay.
going to have a different samplers pack. And we're doing things, everything like, to make people to reachable so that they would get it, they taste it, they find it, because a lot of people, the fear of change, that's what it is, people.
People are afraid of that.
Afraid of change. But, if you want to become a savvy about or knowledgeable professional about taste, try different cigars. Every time you try a new one, clean your palate.
We've got the best story on that because our Chooch Frank, for the longest time, he only smoked Padron.
That was it.
Only smoked Padron.
Decade.
And then we
Until
finally
he got him on this show.
We started introducing to all these other boutique
Now he's
brands.
like, wow.
And yeah, he rarely smokes the Padrones anymore.
From really, when we started smoking cigars on a daily basis with him, 1990, 91. Well, that's when we moved to Bob and I moved to Jersey, and we hung out because it was like Frank, Bob, and myself. We were in a triangle where we lived with each other, and that's on a daily basis. He would smoke Padron. And then when we started this show and we saw it and getting involved with so many boutique cigars, he now said, oh my God, I've been missing out. And he's missed out really for almost 30 years of missing out of smoking other people's cigars.
That's amazing.
Ron, I tell everybody when I do events and, the places, I want you to smoke Garo. 1997, I don't know if he's still alive, but the owner of the Thompson magazine asked me a question. Why do I have to sell Garo and not something else? What's the reason? And then he started giving me the cigars. I said, okay, let's compare an apple to an apple. The Dominican to Dominican, not Dominican to Nicaragua. After going, I said, listen, I told him I want to be a substitute, not an option.
Sure.
Because it's a big difference being an option and a substitute.
Yeah.
But even though when I go talk to people about cigars now, I tell them, listen, try different cigars. Have your own favorite.
Yeah.
But at least if you go places that they don't have your favorite, about those cigars. You can pick them and smoke them contently. Because it's all psychology.
Yeah.
If you have, let's say, you smoke a cigar, you go to somewhere in Alaska and you want to smoke a cigar. You go there, you don't know any of the line that there is. Psychologically, when you pick up one, you're going to think it's not going to be as good because you're looking at the label, not concentrating on the smoke. But if you go beyond the label and see that, and you'll be surprised the thing that, of course, you ask the retailers, like, the palate, what it is, like, he will guide you and those, your palate. Because it happened to me a couple of times in California.
Okay.
They were all, a friend of mine told me, okay, we're going to do event, and everybody came with their own cigars. Like, the Cuban cigars, this and that. I mean, everybody with their own wines, because they're very wealthy people. I said, that's fine. I mean, I'll do my thing. So, and after 15 minutes, he introduced me, and I said, how do I start with this, guys? Everybody is like, they think their cigar is better than the next, the guy sitting next to him. And I said, guys, have you heard about, I did Mark Twain joke.
Okay.
Like, Mark Twain smokes cigars.
Right.
And he invites his friends over. But he switched his cigars because they knew that he was smoking very cheap cigars. So he switched his cigar to a very expensive cigars from his friend's humidor. So after dinner, they come in and they want to have a cigar. They kind of be shy because it's Mark Twain.
Right.
So each one, they get that cigar. And within half an hour, everybody gets an excuse to leave. And the next morning with Mark Twain is going down the stairs. All the cigars are on the stairs because they didn't know, because they thought it was Mark Twain's.
Oh,
So the moral of the story was the people that they were smoking cigar, you have to look beyond the label.
yes.
And I had that attention for 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So, I mean,
Makes sense. Makes sense.
everything look beyond the label. Smoke it. Because, again, when I come to the show, I see people, they get the cigar because they give them to taste them. But sometimes they smoke about half an inch and they leave them. Have a respect. Take the label, throw it away.
Always
leave the
take the
cigar
label off.
by itself, because the one that it's not to your palate, it can be somebody else's palate.
Yes.
Because this is the respect. Because for me, knowing from the seedling to growing, fermenting, preparing cigars, I know how many hands are involved, and for me to see those cigars thrown like that, it's a heartfelt. I feel bad because a lot of people, they worked on it.
Right.
It's not a stick.
Right.
You have to know the story
It was
behind
like 300 hands.
the
They
story
say
behind
from
it.
the time of that whole seed
Well,
until
yeah.
it's planted
Well,
and it's trimmed
and
and,
then
it's looked
Here's
after.
the other
and
thing of
watered.
it too, is that this is a natural product. So that one cigar may have just been the bad apple out of the bunch, and the next one
True.
could have been totally perfect.
Or what you ate, what you drank,
No.
Yeah.
the type of day it is.
I mean, exactly. This is what I tell them. If you want to try a cigar, first of all, I tell them try the smallest ring gauge so that you would get the palate.
Yeah.
And if you like the bean gauge, that's fine. But if you want to get involved with a new blend, try 3-4 different times the same size, because, as you said, it's handmade. 3% of the time you get something plugged or loose, because it's handmade. People,
Yeah.
they get tired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Give them a chance.
Mhm.
Don't throw it away from the first smoke, saying that no, it's not good. I mean, the language is very important. There's no bad cigar. The cigar, it's not to your taste.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Because there's a $2 wine and there's a $2,000 wine.
right.
Right.
You know what I'm
$2
saying?
chuck.
It's $2 chuck. See?
It's not $2 anymore,
Yeah,
though.
it's not too much, but that's it. The name
$20
stuck.
chuck.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The name got stuck. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
But what it is, my point is, always try and be respectful, and always
100%.
try kind
Oh,
of
of course.
improve your palate.
Mhm.
And I tell people, every time they tell me I smoke 7-8 cigars a day. Okay, that's fine. My first question will be, what do you do between those cigars? I've seen 90% of the people, they go and grab another cigar, smoke after the cigar they smoke without cleaning their
Can't
palate.
do that.
So
No,
because
no,
they're
no.
not doing justice now, what if your palate got so concentrated,
Yeah.
now you're smoking a cigar that you had different kind of idea, you start thinking, oh, I think this one was bad. It's nothing to do with the badness.
Yeah.
It's your palate you didn't clean.
Yeah,
So don't
you've exhausted
blame-
your
yeah.
palate.
Don't blame the cigar. Clean your palate. It doesn't take too much. Go to the, wash your mouth
Yeah.
with water, and that's it. It would clean it at least 90%. That's why when they ask me question, what is your best drink with the cigar? I tell them water. Because why? Because everything is it's cognac. I mean, yeah, it's a socially accepted.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to taste a new cigar, a new blend, every time I drink the water, I'm cleaning my
Clean it,
palate.
yeah.
So the next puff I'm taking, as it goes further down,
Yeah.
it's going to give me different hints, different flavor.
Yeah.
See, for me, I always do analogy about the cigar. Cigar is like a plane to take off.
Right.
It has to go to runway, go all the way slowly, and then get up until it reaches the altitude
Cruising,
they have.
yeah, cruising.
And then when it's going to go down, which is almost should be about 3/4 of an inch, you should stop. I mean, instead of going with the stick and going all to the nub, which is too much concentration. Again, it's a personal thing. It's a choice that you can have. But for me, that's how the cigar should smoke. You should be able to enjoy it from every level. It takes off, altitude goes down,
comes down.
and cigar is down.
Oh, yeah.
And you said it basically.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
It's how simple it is. And it's respectful in the industry. The most important thing is take the label off. Always take the label off.
That's it.
You know,
If you don't like it and you're going to leave it, do the industry a favor.
Yeah.
Take the label
Well,
off.
do that company a
and
favor.
The company a favor.
That's
Yeah.
all, because
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's like you said, it's not each cigar is not for every single palate. Each
And
cigar,
I'm going to
we're
add
different.
one other thing into there, and I see it so many times in cigar lounges and everywhere, is that people will smash their cigar out. Let it go
Just go
out
out.
naturally.
It drives me nuts when
Yeah.
people they go like this and the cigar.
Yeah.
I tell them, listen, just leave it on the ashtray.
Let it
go.
let
That's
it
it.
Let it be.
But they
Yeah.
don't know. Those
Yeah.
are newbies or people
let
who
the
just
cigar
those
die
are all
out
cigarette.
peacefully.
Those are cigarette habit
Oh,
people.
yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had to put that out.
Exactly.
You don't let the cigarette because that smoke is disgusting. But
Yeah, because I mean that's mostly they do people that do smoke cigarettes too.
Yeah.
And they switch between the cigarette and
Yeah.
cigar, and that's the
Exactly.
thing. But again, coming to the BCA, I'm very proud what we achieved in the last 2 years, and the momentum is there, and we're going forward,
Beautiful.
and there's no stopping.
And what's no stopping Garo cigars now?
Well, the stopping Garos because I like to create more blends, maybe as keep the core, and every other year, because I don't want to do it on a yearly basis, maybe every other year come up with a blend
Oh yeah.
so limited, so this way the core will stay and the other one
Oh yeah.
will be for that year. So the consistency, that's why every month I go for 5 days. People, they think I go to have fun. No, I go there 7:30. I go to the factory. I leave at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Between, I do all my businesses. If I have to go to the box factory, make sure everything is done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hectic.
Yeah.
It's
Consistency went a
plus,
long distance.
from California,
Yeah.
it's not easy.
When are you moving
Yeah.
out of there?
Yeah.
I heard you go to Florida.
Well, see,
You're
that's
going
a-
and the wife is staying.
Yeah, see?
What kind of relationship is that going to be?
see, we're working on that, but I'm not succeeding
Well,
yet.
if you tell your kids and the grandkids to come, she will follow because nobody will be there for her.
Yeah, but see, it's like nobody wants to move.
Well,
But
Yeah, here's the
California
other-
is falling apart.
here's the other thing. Happy wife, happy life. So
Well, as long as
Yeah, but you're not married. You don't know about
but
that.
as long as my traveling, it's not stopped by my wife.
okay.
Okay.
She's like, she hasn't anything against it, and the only thing she goes, how do you do it? Because we came from Panama and there were delays and we couldn't land on time. We had 45 minutes. I had to make her run after me to go through immigration,
Okay.
the luggage, getting back to the luggage bag again, go through TSA.
Yeah.
Luckily, because everybody was delayed,
Okay.
there was nobody. We just made it to the gate when they were boarding group number 4.
I guess she
Oh.
was not too happy with you.
No, she goes, how do you do it every time to go to Dominican? I said, I never complain because it's my passion. I love what I do, and I don't see that hurdle that
Yeah.
it's gonna. The higher the hurdle, doesn't matter. I'll find a way to jump over it because I love what I do, and the passion never died in me. I'm the same guy that 28 years ago I started the cigar. Still, I have the same passion.
And it shows in your cigars
I
too.
love it.
It shows every time you smoke a Garo. That passion is right there. You're
Everybody,
smoking that
10
passion.
different palates, different taste. It's all you have to do is, tell me what your palate is.
Tell me, you just give me anything. I'll smoke anything right now.
Oh, I know that. I know that. I will get you the Los Lectores.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
You're on tape.
Yeah.
I got witnesses.
Okay,
out
that's
there.
fine.
Garo, we're so excited for you with the BCA. We're excited for your own line of cigars. 28 years in the making, and it's time to bust out, man.
Yeah.
Let's make 30 years in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Nolans.
Really a big
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
That will be your 30th
Yeah,
year
30 year,
anniversary
yeah.
down
Wow.
in Louisiana, and I think
Well,
it's
that's a
going
big
to be
to-do.
It's gonna be
a
good.
very big deal.
Yeah.
In 30 years,
exciting.
do they give you the gold watch?
I get
Oh,
the
he's got
gold ring.
And folks, you go get online the gold ring because his ring actually is a cigar holder. So remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Cigar
And you
holder
can get on
ring.
next line when you're ready. Next person, anybody. Maybe Gabby. So it's a fantastic ring. and you get to put your
Tim's
cigar
watching.
on it there. And
Yes,
I love it.
cigarholderring.com.
Kara wears it all the time. I don't know. Did you?
Oh, I don't.
You took it off?
No, because of when I came from Indiana, humidity and going in, I didn't
He
want to
wears
get
it all
stuck.
the time. Your ring
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And again, it's a great, and I'm not going to use the word gimmick in a bad way, but it's a gimmick in a good way, because if you're a cigar, you got your automatic ring holder all the time. If you don't have
it's
an
the best accessory. I try to
it's a classy swag, man.
register it, like, through a couple of magazines. I think it went through the cracks.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's politics or what, but people, they have to kind of like it. It's I think it's one of the best.
It's a tool.
With the best
great
accessory that you can have this for the cigar holder. It's like an easy to take off, put it on the table, put the cigars, and at least it's putting on the table, because when you put on the table, you don't know if the table is clean or not.
Right.
It can roll off.
Right.
So this way, that it's staying still and you're not losing your cigar.
It's perfect. Now, we've seen the Suez. This is the first gold one.
Yeah.
I mean, so is that special? Do they come in gold, or it's only silver?
Well, see, the cigar holder it was made for all the companies that they have their own brands. They want to do their own logo on it. That's what we did it. It has my logo because, I have my cigar, but we patented so that we would be able to, cater to people that they like, for their customers to have it. You can put anything. You can do it in silver. You can do it in stainless steel.
Oh, okay. So it's not just steel.
No,
this is
but
gold.
this is gold, because remember, over the 28 years, I've been trying to do rings differently. And every time I did one gold, silver. Well, at the end, when we reached to this stage, so I took all the golds, I gave it to my son-in-law. I said, melt it and do this one.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's how, it's
beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's a fantastic ring, folks. So how can people get your cigars? What's your website?
Well, my website is garocigars.com. They can go and look at it. And if you want the cigar holder, they can go to cigarringholder.com.
Okay.
cigarringholder.com, and they can place the order there for the rings.
There you go.
So,
and if other companies want to get their logo on that ring, how would they get in contact?
They can contact it to me directly. Okay. So this way, I would explain them what it is, and because
talk about the.
So, ladies, when you're going to get married to your man and he's a cigar smoker, that's the great wedding ring to get. You can even get
because they will always use it.
They'll always be thinking about you. 100%.
It'll always be on his hand.
And if it's off, you don't have to worry about why is it off, because it's his cigar is on it.
See,
so you just gave me an idea. Now, if I ever get married, that's probably what I'll use.
We'll hopefully worry about that.
See, because my wife goes, I never wear my ring because I said, it like affects my adjustment. Mm-hmm. The chiropractic, I don't like to wear it. Yeah. And now, since I'm wearing this all the time, he goes, because it's a cigar ring, that's what you're wearing, huh? I said, no, honey, it's our wedding ring.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a beautiful thing. Have her name's initial to the date that you get married inside, and just say, hey, give this to me. Now we're married again.
Yep.
Anyway, Garo, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your support for the show as a sponsor and all. And we wishing you
we appreciate
the BCA the best, but we know your passion after 28 years. Mm-hmm. You're doing it right too.
Thank you very much.
Now we just got to blow you out in the rest of the world.
Go sell some cigars.
Yes. Thank you very much. Take care, guys.
Dr. Garo, folks from Garo Cigars. If you never smoked them, get to your local place and order them, or go online and order them. And there's one for every palate. How big is your line? 10 different lines, folks. So there's definitely one there for sure. Make sure you check it out. We guarantee you're going to enjoy it. Like we talked about it. If you don't like the first one, give it a little bit. Try it again. Different time of day. What you ate. You have pasta, you have a hamburger. You have a bourbon, you have orange juice.
Clean your palate.
All the time, from one cigar to another. Thank you, brother. We'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, so that is the vice president. We just had the president. Now that's the vice president.
Yes.
And we're still waiting for the dream maker.
Anybody.
Well, now we have our lady Kathy Paterni from Cigar Box Marketing. She's finished with what she had to do. She will be now bringing in our guest a little bit quicker. So again, just stand by. This is an all-day affair. Come and go as you please. Okay, so up to 6 o'clock our time, and wherever you are now, just add or subtract. So if
Yeah,
you're,
I'm not going to be here all day. I got parties to get to in the evening.
well, that's
here,
after 6 o'clock. But right now, we're working. We're working.
Not to mention, our brother who moved from Chicago to here is going to meet up with us.
Well, he's working right now, so he doesn't even know you're talking about it. But yeah, we will see him later.
Maybe he will. Maybe he'll watch it later.
Maybe he's not saving lives.
Yes.
He's working in the hospital, saving lives of crazy people or whatever. That's
Oh, they're crazy, all right. You ever seen these people here in Nevada?
I tell you, walk the streets. There's some of these people are laying on the ground for one reason or another. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, folks. Again, we ask you, please hit the share button because we want to make sure that your friends and family are seeing what you enjoy, and hopefully they'll enjoy us and be, like us and keep.
Hey, you know what? If you're at home, put us on Facebook, put us on YouTube. You can watch us in stereo. Yeah.
Wow, look at you. You're not an idiot after all. I like that. That's nice. That was
Blind
nice.
squirrel finds a nut.
Why not? But yes, and every Tuesday night, 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time, and wherever you live, figure it out. We're doing a live show, and on that show, you got a chance for winning some free swag, from cigars to alcohol to ashtrays to T-shirts to whatever it is.
We got a from Rabid Raccoon.
Ooh.
I love the podcast. Glad y'all back. That's right.
Well, thank you, Rabbit Raccoon. We love the fact that you love us. So thank you very much. Again, we're all day, so pick and choose when you can come. And
we got another show regular.
Who's the other?
Anthony James.
Anthony, what's up, my man?
Good day from New Caney, Texas.
All right.
I hear it's hot in Texas right now. It's hot here in Vegas, but I hear you guys got the heat.
Oh, yeah, you got some serious heat, Anthony. Stay indoors, smoke inside, drink a lot of water and bourbon and whiskey and scotch and beer and pina coladas, whatever you drink, just drink.
Oh, and then you got our regular here, Bruce.
The
so long
Earthling.
as it doesn't end up on the dining room table.
What's that? What's that? What are you talking about, Bruce? You're a preacher. How can you think of such a thing? Bruce Stock, my man. It's all right. Sitting on my dining room table is something I have to mail out to him. And,
I think that's what he's getting at.
I didn't put two and two together. Oh, my God, Bruce. Listen, now that Vegas is done, I can focus on mailing everybody's stuff out.
Vegas ain't done. We're still here.
Well, my preparation
Come on,
here,
man. Come on.
When I get home, I need to clean up my dining room table. I got guests coming, so I can mail him out all his stuff. So it's all right. He likes waiting. He knows I'm good for it. That's why he keeps showing up. Really, if he keeps winning every week, it keeps my postage down because I can put it in the same box and just keep stuffing his box. And he's got Christmas every time he wins a prize from us because it takes a while.
Here we go.
Who else we got?
Anthony James, man. It's hot as the devil's drawers here.
Oh, I never heard that. That's definitely must be a Texas thing.
Rabbit Raccoon. Yeah, it's hot here in Texas. But quite nice with a nice coffee and a cigar in the balcony. Now, see, now you're beating the heat. Beating the heat right there.
Yeah, drinking the heat keeps the heat away. I like this guy. You're right. It's not bad. Hit the share button, everybody. We're going to have we'll have a lot of people coming on. And I can tell you that right now. And I see a Kathy Paterni coming in from behind me, sneaking in.
Oh, she didn't want to be on camera.
Why don't you come over here, girl? Because you know what? Cigar Box Marketing. Here it is. In the house. You want to talk? Or
yeah.
All right. Because, her job was to assist us in getting people over here. But for some reason, they're not.
Well, she's busy doing her marketing.
Well, she's marketing herself. But Kathy Paterni, folks, a big part of the Boutique Cigar Association, big part of putting what we see behind us together.
She was instrumental in getting us involved with DAV.
Yes,
I just told that story to Pete Schulteis. I said, do you know how I got involved? He's like, no, I don't know the story. So, well, it's a long one. And for the sake of the audience, I'll make it very short.
It's all right. You got all day.
Probably. Exactly. You can always cut me out when you want.
Hit the share button, folks. Here you go.
Exactly. So, oh gosh. So 15, well, obviously you all know that Ronnie is my brother-in-law.
Don't tell nobody.
I know. not a secret anymore, guys. So about 15 years ago, I was doing marketing consulting for a real estate company. And one of the realtors came up to me and started chatting. And that happened to be Armin Caprielian from DAV. But DAV had not been born yet. So he's showing me, I'm watching the birth of this brand, showing me the logos and showing me the prototypes and asking my opinion. And I was really jazzed about it. So, of course, we start to talk. And yes, we smoke cigars. And how long you've been smoking? I'm like, oh, older than you. So that, of course, really cinched our friendship. Okay, so now the boys come along. And there's the boys.
I'm a boy now.
The mans. The boys come along, and they're starting this podcast. It was the Great Lakes Smoke Show. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I have somebody to introduce you to who is an amazing public speaker. Let me make the connection. So then I get Armin involved with Ronnie. And they start this love fest that's been going on for a good few years, right, guys?
It's not sexual. Don't worry.
Oh,
Always
jeez.
got to bring sex into it. Always.
my middle name.
If I didn't know your wife, I'd swear you were like not getting any. But that's besides.
I'll be getting too much then. It's because I'm married.
Exactly. And listen, you all know how it's about networking relationships. So now the Boutique Cigar Association is in, and they're deciding they really want to step it up, go to the next level. Armin calls me. Of course, I still kept in touch with him. Armin calls me. He's like, hey, can you present to the board? I'm like, of who and of what? He goes, my association. He explains to me the BCA. So I go in 2 years ago, I guess it was.
Yeah.
And I did this presentation. And from there, it's just really, it's been great.
No.
Xander Gregg will have Chaz Almateri in by 7079.
Oh my God, Tim Paterni, if you're listening, Chaz
Wow.
Palminteri is here.
That's it. The Chaz himself
Wow.
is here. I know where Bob and Frank are at right now. Man, and we're here, Kyle.
Oh.
Hey,
Yeah.
you guys
Hey,
hold
you
the
with
show
me?
down? No.
Yeah.
All right. Kathy, at least I
I
can
can't
actually talk
compete
to
with
her.
Chaz. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I cannot.
I'm sorry.
And Tim
But
is probably
yes.
salivating.
Is he watching? Is he even on? Tim, are
Tim
you
was
on?
on. Yeah, he was
was?
on.
All
And
right.
he's
Well, he
probably
was.
still on.
Then he's missing out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this has been a great experience. This is my first time, so I'm an expo virgin. But I have to tell you, you meet so many great people. And you know, obviously, thanks to you guys, you always support me in what I'm doing.
Well, you're doing a great part for the industry.
Yeah.
And listen, I love them. I love every single member. We're there to help them, get them through the tight spots, answer questions if anything what they need, digital marketing. And also it's about the network too. I must have referred different people to different opportunities, whether it's distributors or accessory companies or box companies. That's what we do. We help each other. And I think at the end of the day, don't we all want to be able to say, I got a guy or I got a gal? Well, I got a guy, I got a gal, I got everybody.
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about.
And Anthony's got a question for you. He loves this story, but where's your cigar?
I just had my lunch. Oh, for the love of Jesus.
There you go, Anthony. You just lost a friend.
Well, first of all, I was not going to sit down here. You
Yeah.
called me over, so.
Well, we had an open seat. Nobody was here.
Had an open
and-
seat, and again, we were waiting for the famous Dr. Gabby, but he seems to be too busy for us.
Yeah, he's
So,
selling a lot.
you
Maybe
like
the
me to-
guy with that's filling up the water right next door. Maybe we could get Mario, coming on, and he's just filling up that water. Mario, you got time to sit down over here and talk to us, or you got to go drink the water?
All right, so I'm going to get up.
Kathy is going to
Goodbye,
feed
everybody.
the more people to us now that she's finished
Now,
eating.
yes.
Now she's going to do her job for us,
Wow.
I promise. I will be
Wow.
She'll
on.
be doing cigar box marketing for a great cigar pipe show people.
Absolutely. That's what we do. All right, boys.
Thank you,
you.
darling.
Mwah.
Thanks,
Wow.
Kathy.
Appreciate it. And how can I get a hold of you?
Oh, you can get me through cigarboxmarketing.com. You can call our office at 631-251-5590, or you can just reach out to these guys and they'll put you in touch with me.
Yes.
Maybe. All right, folks, get a hold of that. Right now, we got Mario Caraballo Cigars coming on. Hello, sir. Look at that. Boy, his jacket really takes over.
I love that.
Man,
I love that
Look
jacket.
at this, boy.
Oh.
It's over the head, top. I mean, I know one size fits all.
There you go.
How we doing, Mario?
It's good to see you.
Very good, my
Good to see
man.
you
Very
guys.
good.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity here.
Yes.
Well, that's all right. You know, we're trying to make somebody from you. And with 65 countries around the world right now.
Yeah,
You know,
Casa Caraballo Cigars. It's an honor to be here with you guys, and we're trying to bring high quality, just right there with the legacy brands, or even better.
why
you know,
not? That's the goal.
At good prices, and making sure consumers get the best deal we can give them. Right.
How many years? How do you get started with this, Mario?
So I started back in 2019.
Okay.
I was with a different partner, and went to the first PCA show in 2018, and we did good there. We created a good blends, which is my 828 brand. Uh, did very well in the United States, and things started moving along. And then I ended up getting sick, had cancer, so I had to take a break. And things weren't being run the way it should have been, so things didn't work out. So I broke up that relationship, and we created Casa Caraballo.
Okay.
And in the past 2 years, we've been working with our collaborators, and we're bringing three new blends to the market.
Okay.
One is called La Tampeña, which should have been out in 2020, but it didn't go out for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And then we went ahead and perfected that blend a little more, and it's in honor of all the women who've been working in the industry since the 1800s. The trek they took from the West Indies into Key West, and then they trekked up to Tampa, worked for the big companies back then.
Wow.
And even to today, the new world, we don't give women enough credit for
not at all
the work that they do in making a cigar.
And they are smoking more right now. That's the next growing group of cigar smokers, and their palates are amazing.
And not only that, regardless which country's producing tobacco, you got women involved.
Yes.
So that's in honor of them, and it's a great cigar. It's called La Tampeña.
Okay.
It comes in a Toro format, Habano wrapper, excellent cigar.
Ooh.
So far, great reviews. So we're happy about that. And then we work with two companies that do a lot of work for legacy brands.
Okay.
And these companies have been doing this for years, but they've never gotten their cigars into the market, right?
Oh, okay.
And so we collaborated with them. We worked the blends with them, and we're bringing those two brands into the U.S. market.
Nice.
One is called the Apache. It's done by Papito Gomez down in Nicaragua.
Okay.
Papito's a great tobacconist, blender. He's been in the industry almost 40 years.
Wow.
And his story is a neat one. And he provides all of the tobacco for one of the biggest brands in Canada.
Oh, all
Nice.
right.
So he does great for that. Then the other company, the same approach, hardworking guys doing a lot of good stuff for legacy brands. And we wanted to help them bring their sticks to the States. It's called Donello, and it comes in Claro wrapper, a Maduro, and a Rosado, Ecuador Rosado. So three different wrappers. They all taste great.
Wow.
Nice presentation, and we're hoping that consumers get to enjoy that.
Well, I got to try that because I haven't tried that myself yet.
Yeah, step
what
on
is?
by.
Well, for sure. What is the family background? Is any family background
So
was part of?
So my family background, originally from Cuba. My grandfather, my father, they both loved cigars. They both worked in factories in Vuelta Abajo, and then they made their own cigars on the streets to make extra money.
Okay.
Typical Cuban stuff.
Yeah. Hey, you got to survive.
We're always hustling.
Right,
And so I migrated to the United States at age 15. Unfortunately, my father was a political prisoner, and he was let go. And we came to America, which is a blessing for all of us. And America, new world, poor, trying to make it. This is the place to do it, right?
Right. Supposed to be.
And so at a young age, we couldn't afford to do this in the United States. So we worked hard. And I joined the Army at 17 and did 22 years.
Oh, well, thank you for
And
your
then I
service.
got out
Wow.
and went and did another career in a special program, as a special agent,
Okay.
chasing bad guys around the world. You
No
know,
kidding.
so we did that, and then I retired. And
You're so young still.
2 weeks after I retired, 2 days after I retired, I get a call, and I'm drinking coffee, smoking a cigar, and my boss calls me. He goes, my old boss said, "Hey, I need you in Nicaragua tomorrow." And I said, "Okay, send me a plane ticket." And we're talking, texting while I'm in flight. We have these expats that need to be evacuated out of Nicaragua. Back then, there was a riot in Nicaragua, shooting going on in 2019. And
Okay.
so we came into Managua, did an assessment, managed to get these guys out. And when we wrote our report, we basically outlined all the issues that the company had.
Okay.
And they asked us to stay to work for them. And we did. And we had to renegotiate our price, our daily rate, what we call daily rate, because of it wasn't sustainable, right? So my bottom line was 828.
Okay.
And that's where the
All right.
828 brand was born, right?
Wow.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So I went back up to Esteli a couple times, knocked on a lot of doors. Of course, a lot of people said no, and ran into Papito. We go back long ways, and he started helping me with the blends, and we created the 828 blend, and it
Awesome.
did good. The first year came out. Stogie Press gave the Silverback, which has got a San Andres wrapper at 95.
Wow.
Then the Oscuro was categorized at number 2 boutique cigar of 2021, 9.6 rating by Ash Quarterly.
Wow.
So good cigars, and
Yeah.
a good price. And we focus on nothing but the best tobacco that we have around, and nothing but the best, So that's the child's dream came about.
That's a beautiful dream.
45 years later, you know what
Is
I
that
mean?
right?
That's
You
a
never
heck
give
of-
up on your dream.
it's
So
a
it's
heck
going
of
to
a
happen
journey.
if you keep
Yeah,
pushing
so
it.
it's a tough journey. It's
Yeah.
even tougher now with all the competition, And but I think the mindset's changing a little bit. I think retailers are realizing that people want to try different things.
Yeah.
Not just the same old blends, and so that's an opportunity for us to grow and to bring good quality cigars.
You hear it every
to
time
them.
you walk into a lounge. Somebody walks in and like, "What do you got new?"
Exactly.
Everyone wants to know what's new.
Right?
Exactly.
All the time.
Yeah. So if you got new stuff, I always tell the retailers, get that guy from behind the counter and have him walk to the
Yeah.
humidor with that prospective customer, and show him what you got, right?
Absolutely.
And make the sale.
No, it's a
So-
beautiful story, Mario. I'm excited, and I'm excited for you to become part of the BCA. I remember, when you're going on board, when we used to do our Zoom calls every
Yeah,
Wednesday night, and is this thing really going to happen and all of that? And it is. We're here to stay, and there's 16 here, and there's about 24 out there who registered last year to get back here. But those 24 will probably be here. So now you're looking at least 40,
Yeah, it's
maybe if
excellent.
not 50 or 60 next year. Which is the exciting part
Yeah.
of the growth of the BCA.
Yeah, the PCA needs the BCA, and
Yeah.
we need the PCA.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
So it's,
you're hand in hand.
hand
And
in
that's
hand.
what it's all about.
Exactly. Working, collaborating together, fighting for our industry
Yes.
with Congress and all the people that are making a lot of decisions without having all the facts.
Correct. Correct.
So yeah, this is a blessing for every single company that's in here today as part of the BCA. We also got to thank Dr. Caffey and his team for doing a lot of the
Audit
legwork.
committee worked hard to
Right,
get this
that
together.
committee worked hard, and I'm very grateful. So
Good. I'm glad
Very
you made
grateful.
part of it.
Yeah.
How can people get your cigars? Because you're kind of the rookie. You're the
yeah.
newbie.
So
How can people get yours?
yeah, so my cigars are distributed by Privada Club. So you
Okay.
go to normally you could order straight from them, or you could reach me at www.casacaraballo.com, at sales@casacaraballo, or you can call the office 571-255-9920, and we'll take care of you. We'll take your
Okay.
orders.
That's the most important part.
Yeah,
Try
we'll
to
take
get
your-
down.
We'll take your orders, and then we'll pass it over to the distributor, and they'll take care of everything for you.
That's
awesome. Mario,
Yeah.
we wish you all the best.
Thank you so
We'll
much,
be
guys.
talking
Thank you.
more to you anyway,
Appreciate
too.
it. Yeah.
And thank you
And,
again for your service.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Big
Don't worry
time.
about that. Yeah.
And we'll do what we can to
Yeah.
keep promoting you and get
Yeah.
you out there and help you grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
that's
Thank you.
what we're all about.
Yeah.
Because, we are the
Helping
media
each
outlet
other.
for the
We like to
BCA.
help.
So one hand washes the other.
The great cigar show, guys. Can't beat it.
I like this guy. Thank you, Mario. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, folks. That was Mario Caraballo, and fantastic. We will. We will.
Sure.
Thank you. All right, that's the best part. When they leave, they say, "Stop by. We're going to get you cigars or alcohol." We know our friend Val has some alcohol. We can't wait to taste on him.
Yeah.
So that's exciting enough. So again, folks, this is what it's going to be like. A lot of newbies going to be here. So this way you get to learn about the newbies. You hear their name, so you can look out for them and see what's going on. And
you know, as I'm smoking down this tailgate, I'm actually getting. So I'm pulling into the final third now, and it's changed a bit.
It's supposed to.
It's changed a bit,
Okay.
and I'm actually getting, and this is gonna sound weird, but I almost get like a hint, not a hint, like a taste of like Cocoa Pebbles. Like
Cocoa Pops?
No,
Cocoa
Cocoa Pebbles. You know, the cereal.
The cereal.
The Cocoa
Okay.
Pebbles. You know, and not
talk
the,
about that.
Not
for a
from
second.
not in the milk, but the dry.
Tell them.
The dry. It's like a Cocoa Pebble sensation to it. It's different, and I it's kind of like one of those childhood memories that you revisit. Because as a kid, I remember having Cocoa Pebbles as a kid, but yeah, definitely if you ever eaten that cereal like dry, this is kind of like what you get that kind of aftertaste. It's different, so it's gone from I'm gonna say like a peach mango salsa with like a spicy accent, and now it's turned into a chocolatey Cocoa Pebble-ish. It's definitely a great cigar. The Tailgate, sorry, by Karen Berger. This is a must get, guys. If you are out there looking at this, get this cigar because you will not be disappointed with this. This is a fantastic smoke as we keep going. So what did you get? What are you going?
I think we're going to have Island Murata coming on next.
Isle Murata,
the captain himself. We're going to hear about a new line, an exciting young gentleman. I think he's younger than me. I hope he is. We're definitely going to call him Captain Greg to you guys out there. And we're going to listen to his story about his cigar line and how he had all started. Welcome aboard here. How you doing?
Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Kyle.
So you're happening. It's here. You got your own little cigar booth here at the BCA. Mm-hmm. It's thanks for joining the BCA.
Surrounded by friends, so it's
we hope
it feels good.
It is. So tell the people the history about how, from a yachtsman and all, coming into a cigar thought, passion, love, because we know a lot of fishermen do smoke cigars, like a lot of golfers smoke cigars,
Yeah, I feel like yachts and cigars go together pretty well.
Yeah. Yep.
I meet a lot of guys in the marina, from the captains to the owners, and sometimes on these bigger yachts, the guys got really large humidors.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if it's stems from Hemingway.
It probably
but,
does.
And being in the Keys, Hemingway's a big influence.
Oh, yes.
And if you've been to Havana and, been to La Floridita and had a mojito and a cigar where Hemingway used to sit and write on napkins, then you kind of get the feel. And that's something I did with my father while he was still alive. And my dad was a merchant marine in World War II.
Okay.
He loved going to Havana after the war, and he developed a real taste for Cuban tobacco. Then a lot of years later in high school, I had another influence. A friend of mine's father was head test pilot for the B-1 bomber.
Oh, wow.
And Tommy Benefield Sr., and those guys were all big cigars and Chevas,
All right.
And
he kind of born into this, I see, huh?
Well, so
calling was there. It was just,
it was like destined.
Yeah.
But Mr. Benefield was a big influence on me. I learned to fly when I was 15.
Okay.
Barnes Aviation. I'm not currently licensed anymore. I got into boating, so I still carry a Coast Guard license for 100 ton. and I've been doing that about 30 years.
100 ton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You guys know what 100 ton is?
it's not a master's ticket to run like freighters, but I ran a 220 in Alaska in 09 for Cruise West, and I've worked Italy, Greece, Costa Rica, all over the Caribbean.
Awesome.
And I ended up down in Almirada, Florida Keys.
Okay.
So a friend of mine from high school, Mr. Benefield's youngest son, we got brainstorming in 2010. We're like, well, we should start a cigar company. We need a name, we need a logo. Then I met some people in Dominican Republic, and the girls, my fiance, she's like, you got to meet my brother-in-law. And he became my cigar whisperer, got me involved with the factory that I work with now. And we created this blend. We took a lot of the base blend came from his father, who developed it over 50 years. And he was of Turkish background. And I really liked what he had, so I tweaked it a little bit and came up with the 3 Cuban seeded blend. That's the base of my filler now.
Oh, okay.
And then I created a lot of different things because I'm always in the mood for something else.
All right. Which is good.
With my coffee in the morning, I like a Lancero.
There you go.
And in the afternoon, I might like something with a little more pepper, a little more spice. So maybe I have one of my broadleaf Toros, or I might go to a Habano 2000 seed wrapper Robusto, or Corona, if I, depending on
the time of day, what's going on, what you're eating, and all that kind of stuff.
Right. So people have said, you need to focus. You should only have 3 or 4 offerings.
No.
And they're like, you're out of your mind doing like 14 or 15. I go, well, I never know what I'm in the mood for.
Exactly.
So I look at the humidor and I go, what do I want? And then I'll have that. So and I think a lot of people feel the same way. What do you feel like smoking? What do your friends feel like smoking? Because if you're not smoking with friends, it's not that we don't enjoy a time to ourselves and, the reflection that there's something about having that cigar that gives you the authority in your life to say, this next 45 minutes, an hour and a half it's me time, right? So you have that combined with the time when you're with friends and everybody's enjoying.
Yeah.
But cigars are a celebration of life and everything that's happening.
So true. It's not like a cigarette.
I was about to say, what made you guys land in Almirada? Like, why that part of the Keys versus any of the other, like?
Well, I mean, the simple truth of it is I took a job there.
Oh,
okay.
So I was in Almirada. I still work as a yacht captain and a yacht broker.
Okay.
And I'm now involved bringing in a Brazilian line of yachts called Sedna. And they're gorgeous. And we're the new USA partners. My partner and I, we build 32 feet to 100 feet. And we'll be at the Lauderdale show in October this year, debuting boats, and we build sport fish boats, and we build full luxury yachts.
Now, if I buy a boat from you, do I get a free box?
Well, what I'm telling people here at the retail,
I want to see you buy a boat.
if you order enough cigars, I will give you a yacht.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Wow.
So here,
I just got to buy enough cigars.
7 boxes, you get one free.
Well, I want a humidor in my yacht
free.
too.
15,
well,
you get.
the yacht. It's going to start at like 5 million cigars. Okay.
Okay, there you go. It's not a lot, but you can handle it.
It's a nice round number.
That's like a year's worth for me. It's 5 million. That's fine.
That's
okay.
But then you're going to get your own yacht to smoke them on. So
think about that, and you could finally meet that wife that you've been looking for.
No, she comes with the boat.
Oh, you have that. That's part of it too. Is that part of the?
We are a full service cigar company. That's all I can say on the air.
All right, you heard it here, folks.
We aim to please.
Well, Well, I tell you what, because I like to travel down US 1 to Key West and everything. And Islamorada is one of my favorite stops because one of my favorite restaurants is Hog's Heaven. I love that restaurant there.
Okay.
It's got great barbecue, great drinks. It's an easy, like almost halfway point, and then I continue on to Key
The
West.
best way to come into Hog Heaven is by boat.
Yeah.
So when you're down next time, Kyle, give me a call.
Okay.
And
don't get excited because you ain't going anywhere.
Sooner than later.
All right, let's get to the cigar point. That's an incredible history. Beautiful story in itself. So now you're getting the idea of putting out the cigar, and how's that going for you, man?
It's going well. I like to say the cigar business is, for me, a slow burn. Okay. It takes time. This is my second show in Vegas in 4 years. I'm really happy to be here with the BCA group. Everybody's so willing to share their knowledge, and I'm in dire need of
You're
knowledge
a sponge right now.
all
You're
the
a
time,
sponge
right? I
now.
learn from everybody, and they've all made the same mistakes I've made, and they really want to help little guys like me not repeat their mistakes and share. And so it's a great forum for sharing information, and occasionally I'm able to contribute. I'm like, hey, I found this for making this label or that, or something that I discovered just in the shotgun effect that helped somebody else in the business. So it's been a great source of information, camaraderie, and people going, hey, it's okay, I did that too.
And you did. And, you're in the right spot at the right time. I mean, as a newbie yourself, you are with people who are like Dr. Garo, 28 years in business. Gabby, not long, but has certainly learned. I mean, as a doctor, I don't know how quickly this guy's brain goes.
His brain doesn't stop.
It's amazing how much in his short period of time he has learned the industry, learned who's who, what's what, and the mistakes. And, hooking up with La Roda now after thinking he had it his own factory. So everybody here has something to say. Dr. Oscar's been around with his own family business. So with everybody making it a community, which we always talked about on our Zoom calls and all that, it's about a community. Hopefully this group is not the backstabbing ones that, some of the other, some of the others, and there is, who am I facing? I'm not telling a lie here. There are some that are going to backstab you because they are jealous. They don't want you to grow because they want to be the ones, the big boys in town. And but that's in any industry, just like you're voting in the yachting. You got the same 100%. Thing in there. But I truly believe you're at the right place at the right time. And again, 16 here, 24 outside, 40. Double that maybe next year for next year's 2024, which is April, 6-7 months away. We're already going to start the 2024 big until we get to Louisiana, a little closer to you. Maybe you could take the boat around and come up and.
I like multitasking. Let's do a show on the back of the boat.
Hey, that works. We'll bring the podcast crew if you want us. You got to ask us. We might be busy, but we'll be more than glad to do that and keep promoting you too.
Yeah.
But
let's talk about the different lines in your cigar, the Islamorada cigars. Tell us about the different. How many different cigar lines do you have?
My base blend is 3 Cuban seeded tobaccos, and I use Pilato, San Vicente, Flor Dominicano. I use a Dominican grown binder, and then my wrappers typically from Ecuador. Either a Connecticut wrapper for a lighter medium body cigar, or a Habano 2000 seed that's grown in Ecuador and for a richer or peppery wrap on that. The last 2 years, last year I came out with a broadleaf Toro that really become one of my favorite cigars. I import the broadleaf to the DR, and we add that to the 3 blend. So we have a blend of 4. Then I do a Dominican binder. Then I wrap again in that broadleaf.
Nice.
So it's I don't know if I'd call it a true Maduro, but it's got a nice bold flavor that builds through the cigar. And in a Toro, I think it works really well. So I'm very happy with that. My newest edition, I'm using a San Andreas wrapper from Mexico. And because I had a lot of people saying, I want something a little stronger.
Okay.
You're a great medium body cigar. I need some of the little more Lajeta to it, and a little more punch. So I worked and we came up. I tried this new San Andreas wrapper that they were bringing in, and we wrapped the blend in that, and I'm really happy with it.
Wow.
It really gives a bold cigar. And I'm doing that in a Toro and a Robusto.
Okay.
And so that's something that's new for me.
Are you doing a final call, though? I mean, are you making the final call of each and every single
Yes,
stick?
I'm there, and we sit and we smoke, and I'm like, nah, this isn't working in the Robusto. We try it in this size, in that, until we get it just right. And strangely enough, like my Lancero, because of the size of it being a 40 and trying to do the blend and get that cigar right.
Yeah.
That's one of my more difficult cigars to make.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
That, and I make the Benefield, which is a 60 by 8. And I made that for Mr. Benefield. And then I do a 60 by 4.5, the Fat Boy. And I made that for Terry, who I thought would do this business with me. But he passed away in 2018.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
And but he would have enjoyed all of this. This is his kind of thing.
Well, I mean,
so
the legacy is going on with him, because you got the Fat Boy, and I mean that story will always be there. I mean,
yes,
that's always good.
That was it's a funny way to honor him. And his older brother is like my older brother, and he loved the Benefield and the homage to his father. And really to test pilots all over. Right. That's 60 by 8. It's a 3-hour cigar. So
I like that.
I tell people, I say, look, if you're ready to make a commitment like the man that flew the plane, then light that cigar.
That's awesome.
Okay?
That's awesome.
That's how that works.
Or if the wife is really pissing you off, you're like, I'm going to be gone for 3 hours. And
then I can make that, let's say 3, 9, 12. Shoot. I need 6 right now because I know that day is done with me.
But hey, that cigar will get you through a football game, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There you go.
It's great for that. But yeah, I thought the yacht and boat business was fun.
Mm-hmm.
The cigar business is
wild.
It's a great time, and I couldn't be luckier than to work in these two fields, and so that's really why I got into cigars.
And if people want to get a hold of Almirada Cigars, how do they get a hold of them?
You can go to almoradocigars.com and get a hold of me through there. You can send an email. I'm even pretty free with my phone number. So
if you want to give it out,
my phone rings.
Listen to the show.
And I answer my own phone. I'm small, so I like to talk to people that are interested, and I love getting feedback from if somebody tries one of my cigars. I'm always looking to find out what people thought. And my retailers, I tell everybody, all my retailers, I guarantee 100% that your client will love that cigar. So I don't want people to be afraid to push it. I know I'm not the least expensive cigar in there. So, people, they're going to spend $20 to try a cigar they never heard of. I want them to be able to say, if you don't love this cigar, I'm going to credit you 100% anything in the store. And then from the retailer standpoint, I'm going to credit you the cigar.
Okay.
And all I ask is that take the butt that he gave you back, take a picture of it if you're too far away. If you're somewhere close to me and we see each other, put it in a baggie.
Okay.
My one rule is if they take the band off, they liked it.
Yep.
But if they give you a butt back and the band's still on it and they say it wasn't for them, no problem. I'll credit the retailer.
Right down to the nub. Then you can barely see the.
They smoke it halfway through the band. I don't care. But if you pull the band off, and I'm going to say you liked it.
Yeah.
You know?
There you go. Because you kept the band because you're going to look for it again.
Yeah.
Well, no, if you left the band on the cigar. Okay, so if you smoked it down to the band and then go, you know what, I don't like it. Then I'm going to try BS on that and say, look, hey, but if you got the balls to bring that back with the band on and go, you didn't like it, I'll still give you another. I'll still credit it to the retailer. And then the retailer can sell them anything else in the store. You still made a sale. I'll replace the cigar to you on the retail end. And we move forward.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've never had one come back.
I was just going to ask. There you go. That's all. That's a testament in itself, folks. That right there, man who absolutely stands behind his product 100% or 1,000% is willing to pay you money back if you didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
And,
that's a risk-free trial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bad.
That's a beautiful thing.
I'm going to go get the bands. I'm going to get a smoke. We're going to promote the daylights out of you.
I hardly know you guys, but I love you guys. Okay, so
man after my own heart.
Yeah.
Well, we're BCA, so we're family. So
well, we've been on calls from the beginning, and actually, you were with us when we were at Martinsville,
Indianapolis.
There we go. That's where we first met you.
Yes, that was a great. It was really
I was
good
looking
time.
for all your guys with the fishing shirts on. I was like, I don't see any of the fishing.
Yeah, everybody was busy this weekend, so I'm here. I'm on my own, but I'm surrounded by friends.
You got an XL? I'll stand in. Don't worry about it. Anyway, folks, Island Murata, Captain Greg right here. Get in touch with him. Yeah. It's definitely, especially a 3-hour smoke. You want a 3-hour smoke? That's what we're talking about. But learn your palate, try something different. Captain Greg will take care of you.
He stands behind his product.
Not many can say that. Yeah. Not many can say that. So you got something going there. And again, you believe in that, your own product to even say that. So good kudos to you. Folks, get in touch with him. Island Murata Cigars. It sounds like it's almost a guaranteed winner either way. For sure.
And you heard it. You got to buy 5 million cigars. He's giving you that yacht. So 5 million cigars.
It's not a lot of cigars when you think about it.
It's a nice round number.
It's an investment.
Yeah.
Either way, he's a winner.
All right.
All right, Captain.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure having you.
Yes,
We're wishing you all the best. Going to be a busy 2 days here, or at least a lot of knowledge for you.
Yeah, it's all good. We go home with a bag full of something, knowledge, or orders. Otherwise,
cigars,
it's all good.
Whatever. Get them thrown back to the retailers.
Yes, sir.
There you go. All right, folks. Another fantastic cigar owner story, which is a fantastic story. I loved listening to it and how it all came to attrition here. And if you're a fisherman, no less, what better way than hanging out? Catching a fish with a great cigar.
Sure. Yeah.
A lot of you guys are out there for 3 hours. You don't catch anything. Maybe a little bluegill. I don't know.
Well, some of them catch it drunk, but it's
you probably could get drunk faster than finishing a cigar. It's
nothing better than getting a sailfish and having a smoke.
Yeah,
there you
go.
A
cigar to celebrate.
That's definitely that's going to be a tough
workout.
one. It's a workout. Yeah, have some fun. Anyway, folks, Captain Greg here. We're going to bring you on another. I guess, but you know what? If you don't mind, Greg, when you get by, maybe Bob. Throw them over here from.
You got it. All right, I'll see you guys on the water.
Thank you.
On the water. Ooh, yeah. I'm going yachting. It's all good, folks. Exciting again. We're going to bring you so many new cigar brand owners here, or people who we call rookie status. And you know what? Try their cigars. Get off your favorites. Learn, and you might have new favorites or another one favorite. But the only way to find out is you got to smoke them.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes, listen, people could throw away $10-15 on stupidity anyway. So why not try $10-15 on a cigar? And maybe you're going to enjoy something different. Our palates are all different. We're all looking for what's new. You go into a cigar lounge, you ask them what's new, you want to hear about it. Hopefully the representative of the place say, hey, this is what I got new, and show you. Try it.
Well, that's where cigar lounges really need to invest in their employees. And if you have employees that are really interested in cigars and all that, get them in to become the tobacconist. Give them the chance to take the course, become fluent in that, because once they become that tobacconist, they understand the leafing process. They understand what's in these cigars, and then they're able to help people that are coming in and being like, I've had this cigar before, and what do you have something similar, or what can I have, that'll fill my palate, and that's the best way, because like we go to lounges all the time that have people that are very knowledgeable and well versed in the cigar industry, and when you talk to them, even we see as new people come into the lounge, even the wives or the girlfriends that are coming in, they're like, I'm here looking for a cigar for my boyfriend or husband. And then they ask them, what do they normally smoke? And then they bring that person over to what they would like. So that's definitely where you have to be at with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Bob,
Folks,
Bob's with us.
Bob Schiller of Viscara Cigars.
Vicarious.
Vicarious. It's my Italian way in me. It's New York. What can I tell you? Vicarious. Vicarious all the way. But it's Bob.
Welcome.
Hello, Bob.
Hey.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing great. How about you guys?
We are doing well.
It's been a while since the BCA, the Smoke at the Creek.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, August, right?
Yeah.
Was it August? Almost a year ago.
Yeah, almost a year.
Just a year ago
Yep.
when we were in person.
Mhm.
Yep. And I won your box of cigars that I smoked very slowly. It was hard.
Did you have any, or did Teresa smoke them all for you?
Sorry, Tree, I had to throw you under the bus. Boy.
Luckily, I got a wife who doesn't care for them at all. So
Really? Oh, lucky you. Look at the money you're saving.
she doesn't drink my bourbon either. So,
Oh,
well, now
you're winning right now.
Yeah.
I heard something about you being a kind of a bourbon connoisseur. You like the spirits along with your cigars.
that's right. I actually belong to a barrel group
Do you?
in our area. So
Okay.
we've had a lot of Starlight,
Okay.
who make a really nice whiskey.
Nice.
They do a lot of finishing in
Okay.
different barrels,
Sherry
and,
casks and stuff.
sherry,
like that?
and they even when I get home, I got to go pick up a couple of cigar batch.
Oh,
which I have yet to try, but from everybody else's feedback, it's supposed to be the best
Good.
one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
and we've done some OKI and other barrels. We've done Knob Creek. We've done all sorts of different ones.
So, being that you do this brewing and that you do cigars, I got maybe something I want to throw at you. Once a month, I don't know if you've been following the show, but once a month we do a cigar spirit pairing.
Mm-hmm.
One of our co-hosts, Joey G, he loves the whiskey bourbon deal, and he also is a writer for Whiskey Network.
Oh,
And
okay.
We do our show, and he writes an article while we're smoking on the show and doing the
Well, he doesn't write while we're smoking. He writes the article.
He writes the article.
Okay.
But it's coming off the show.
Yes.
And the first of each month after we do the show, he writes it on, and it goes on Whiskey Network. And what it is, it's one of our sponsored cigars that we put together with a spirit that he kinds of picked. But
Okay.
you have that spirit connection because you're part of that
Barrel
group.
Yeah.
Group.
Mhm.
So maybe we can do something together. Your pick of your cigar paired with the best barrel group, and maybe we can do a show on that.
Yeah.
And then get that written up, and we'll also get that part of Whiskey Network. For
Sounds
you if you're
good.
interested.
Sounds good. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Any chance to smoke cigars and drink
How much
spirits?
better- doesn't
Yeah,
get
it
any
works for
better
me.
than
Yeah.
that. I mean, it really is a good gig, no question about it. But yeah, it goes well hand in hand, and it's one of our favorite shows of the month because everybody seems to like the drinking part with the cigar part.
Sure.
So that goes hand in hand, and we have a nice viewership on that. But with Joey also, he's a fun guy. Lots of laughs we're having, and a lot of good stuff. And to talk about that, it's viewed well, and then also we get the article in the network is always helpful for both sides.
Okay.
So
Sounds
that's
good.
So tell us a little bit about how you got involved with the cigar industry.
Yeah.
Because that's something that
well-
obviously everybody wants to know and see how that works out.
Okay. My partner Jay Clark.
Yes.
He and two of his friends who met at cigar tastings at Jungle Jim's International Market at home in Fairfield. They really got interested in wanting to get into it, and so they formed the company. We Vicarious launched in 2014.
Okay.
I came on later. They needed some help, basically. I do things like ship stuff out of the warehouse, and I'm a graphic artist by trade,
Oh,
so I did all their marketing materials, and I did the website, and I did
nice.
all that kind of stuff. The other two partners left a couple years ago, so now it's just Jay and I, and
Wow.
we are it. Unfortunately, and I tell people all the time, coming up with a decent cigar is the easy part. It's
getting it out there. The marketing
distribution is the hard part. Jay puts up every cent that's been spent on our company has come from Jay. So he likes to say he's the only one with skin in the game.
Well, sure, I get it.
He slips me a few bucks every month, and
Bucks,
I help out.
cigars.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Yeah, I think for you for sure, but it sounds like for him too, because he's getting out his passion and his dream.
Mm-hmm. And he likes. I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but he likes to call me indispensable.
That's nice.
Because when I came on, I said the old chestnut. My job is to make myself indispensable.
Yeah.
So he's called me indispensable ever since. And I'm in the process of blending our next cigar.
Oh, wow.
Which will be called indispensable.
Oh,
nice. That's perfect.
Yeah,
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Good.
So we're still working on the blend. We had hoped to have it for the show here, but we still haven't.
Maybe for the BCA.
Maybe, yeah. That would be
That
a
would be perfect.
decent goal.
Oh, yes. Because then 4 months after that, we'll be back here again in the March, since we're moving from July to March here at PCA.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got a nice 4-month window to grow from the exclusive to then bringing it back out here.
Yeah, it's going to be a 6.5 by 44 or 46, excuse me.
Oh, okay.
So
nice.
I personally like the smaller ring gauge cigars.
Yeah.
Lancero's sizes or not, but you get more pallets.
Well, it's going to be bigger than a Lancero.
Well,
yeah, because
just because of that size, we're talking like
we love
right
Lanceros.
Yeah.
But the market is limited for a Lancero,
which
unfortunately.
Still, the guys got to get past this manly big to do.
Oh, yeah.
There's so
they
much
don't
flavor.
understand the
Have you
flavor
seen that
amount.
100 ring gauge one?
No, I haven't. But
They've got one over there.
I need 4 of them. 1, 2, and those 2 other clowns that are not here.
Yeah. I wonder if it comes with batteries.
Ooh. Wait a minute, what size is it? Oh, the ever ready Betty. Yeah. All right. Well,
not to make fun of any other company, but
that
is.
That's a big boy.
Yeah.
Or big gal.
I don't even like I don't even care for 60s myself, let alone.
They're big. That's big. But, no, I mean, it's again.
The only time I really went for a 60 is when I was working retail.
Okay.
And you could set it down.
Yeah.
And do what you had to do, and
Come
then come back,
later,
and it was still lit.
There you go.
So
it makes sense, I mean, but if you're right there, just like now, just smoking and talking, that's the way you go. I mean, you want to taste it, you want, and that's what gives you on the smaller ring gauge. I mean, I don't know. I mean, everybody's different. Every palate's different, but the two of us keep saying, the smaller, the more palate, the more tasting that it is, more flavor. Bob
I know
and Frank,
even
they like the bigger guys.
Even the big companies,
Yep.
when they're blending their cigars. They're
That's
blending
how-
with Coronas or Corona Gorda. You know,
Yes.
that's how they work it.
That's the way it should be, though, right?
Yes.
Because that's where you're going to get probably the most flavorable or the test market for yourself to get the palate good.
Yes,
I think at that
Mhm.
point.
exactly.
Mhm.
So that's good. That's
Yeah.
great. Well, that's exciting news. The future.
Yeah, I mean, there's no pressure on me to call a cigar indispensable. It better be a damn good cigar.
That's right. Well, Jay's paying for it, but don't tell him.
Yeah.
It is happening.
Yeah.
So in Vicarious, what
I like that. Vicarious.
Yeah.
Did that with a
I
nice-
like that little.
You know,
little-
sounded French. You know?
Yeah.
what's kind of like what's the cigar made of? So are you getting Nicaraguan, Honduras, Dominican?
Well, the Vicarious, we've got four different blends in the line.
Okay.
We've got a Connecticut wrapped white label, which is your basic golf cart cigar.
Mhm.
That's what it was blended to be.
Okay.
It's a real nice flavor to it. In fact, we have a 5.5 by 48.
Okay. Yeah.
That's to me, that's the best size.
It's like
of
a
that
9-hole
one.
course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you're
yeah.
putting on a golf course,
Well,
right?
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right. Half a
We
Yankee game. You
yeah,
know?
we've got a black label, which is a Maduro.
Oh.
It's got a Brazilian Arapiraca
Okay.
wrapper. It's got Dominican and Honduran filters in that. No, a little bit of Nicaraguan in there.
Okay.
Okay.
The blue label is a 5-country Corojo wrapped cigar. That's what I've got here right now.
Okay.
It's got Peruvian, Colombian, Dominican, and Honduran in the
Colombian
filler,
in there,
along with the Ecuador Corojo wrapper. So there's
Oh,
5
that's a big
countries
mix.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
awesome.
a big mix.
Yep.
Yeah.
And after those were our first 3. When we
Okay.
first launched the
Okay.
line, those
Yeah.
are the 3 we had. We've come out with a red label since then. It's got Dominican and Nicaraguan fillers and a little bit of Pennsylvania broadleaf, and that's what really put it over the top. Originally, it had a Cubra wrapper,
Okay.
Cuban seed,
Okay.
Brazilian grown. But for the last couple of years, we haven't been able to get the wrapper. Apparently, they've had a couple of bad harvests in Brazil,
okay.
too much rain, and we haven't been able to get the wrapper.
Okay.
So we came out with a limited edition that's the exact same blend, but Habano wrapper on it that
okay.
Luis Cuevas Sr.
Yeah.
picked
Nice.
out for us.
Now, are you doing the blends now? Your taste, or Jay doing the tasting? Who's final palates to say, or who's the blending to that?
Well,
blend?
all of these were done before I came aboard.
Okay.
I had some input. That's where Jay likes to say I've got this fantastic palate because when they handed me me among other
Yeah.
guys, I was determined to tell him the truth.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think as an owner of a company, you want to hear the truth.
Yes,
So if you can't handle the truth, then you shouldn't be an owner.
right.
All right. 'Cause
I mean,
everything's
I didn't
not
want
roses.
to, just be one of the guys. Say, oh yeah, these are great.
Kiss
Yeah.
your ass. Oh,
Yeah,
you did
yeah.
a fantastic job,
Yeah.
but it sucks. You know, you can't do that and be honest
Yeah.
Right.
with your friend. I mean, if you're going to be part of something, you want to make sure it's right.
Mhm.
You don't want it to fail before you even get in. You know, and
Mhm.
by being honest, I think Jay can accept that. And maybe he hurt some feelings, but did he hurt feelings or did he save him money? You know?
Right,
I mean,
right.
and you always want to have things done right. You want to get a good review, and if something's no good, it's no good.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
on the show, we get a lot of people sending us cigars. We try them, and if like 3 out of the 4 of us don't like it, we're not going to give a show to that individual.
Sure.
Because how can we sit there and say, hey, great smokes, we really go get it, when 3 of the 4 of us, let's say, or all 4, we don't like it. I mean, we're not going to do a disservice to our viewers.
Sure.
It has taken us, a long time to get into over 65 countries. We have a steady flow every Tuesday night, and people listen to us. We believe that, because during the show, let's say if you were on, if we offered a package, say we're selling cigars tonight, our viewers, there are a lot of them, are going to start ordering cigars because we're telling you they're good, they're on, they trust us because we haven't steered them wrong. And you're going to make sales while that show is going on and hopefully continue. If we have something that, if we're not honest, how are we going to promote it? And then our listeners say, no, that cigar, it's not for us.
Right.
Again, not to say every cigar is good, not every cigar is bad. Everyone's different, but we have to look and keep our character to show. And again, that's 4 different palates. Everyone's got a different palate, but we have to feel good about talking and bringing somebody on.
Yeah.
So kudos to you for telling the truth, because that's important that the people have to know what's going on.
Well, shortly after I came on, we introduced another line, which is called Invictus.
Yes.
And the Invictus was blended for us by Jose Blanco.
Okay.
Who Jay had gotten to know. And
Really?
And so, he blended that for us. It's all Dominican except for the wrapper, which is a Ecuador Habano.
Okay.
Jose is known for complexity.
Yes. Well,
but this is probably one of the
out
stronger cigars he's ever blended.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Although none of ours are going to knock on your butt.
Even that one?
What's that?
The one that Jose? It's
the
hard that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, yeah. Bob will love that.
And the latest one we came out with was called the Negotiator.
Oh,
that's interesting.
It's a little 45-minute smoke.
Okay. A quickie.
Box pressed. It's got a San Andres wrapper on it.
Nice.
And a neat story behind that one.
Let's hear it. We got some time.
Okay. Jay, my partner, in his former life, he used to sell tungsten carbide, which was, so he spent about a week a month down in Houston because the oil industry uses it to coat their drill bits for drilling for oil. So during that week, he'd be at a different factory every day, talking to the engineers and talking to the bigwigs and talking to the sales force and this, that, and the other thing. He had a standing reservation at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse for the week.
Oh, wow.
So after this all was done, he'd take them out to dinner. They'd finish their dinner, get their after dinner drinks, and then he'd pass out these short little cigars to everybody.
Nice.
They'd light them up.
Yeah.
And he'd say, okay, we've been at this all day.
We got 45 minutes to make a deal.
That's it. Yeah. When I'm done with this cigar, I'm walking, whether we have a deal or not.
Okay.
So the cigar became the Negotiator.
All right.
That's
I
all.
like it.
Smart
love
move.
it.
Yeah, you know, I got to talk to Jay more.
Yeah.
So how can people get your line again? Where can they go if it's not to the brick and mortar? What's the best way of people reaching out and getting cigars?
Probably the easiest way or place to get it is the Party Source in Bellevue, Kentucky.
Okay.
They're www.thepartysource.com.
Okay.
They will ship.
Okay.
Nice.
And they sell below retail.
Oh, okay.
So the price is good and they will ship them. Another of our retailers, Over the Rhine Cigars in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Chet King.
Yeah.
Yes, they will ship as
They're our
well.
sponsors
Okay.
as well.
They will ship as well.
All right. Nice. Excellent. Well, we're going to talk base with them, and we'll get you chatting. His boss man is on here, so we're going to get hold of him today, too.
And another thing I'd like to mention is our price point is really good.
Okay.
I mean, we do not have a cigar that retails for over $10.
Wow.
You hear that, folks?
Wow.
So for you guys that the wife are looking at the wallet, this is the cigar you want.
That's right. Yeah.
Bob, it's been a pleasure.
All right. Thank you,
so much
Ron.
to see you again.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Kyle.
We'll talk to Jay later. Tell him Ron and Kyle want to negotiate with him. With 45 minutes worth of talk.
I will
We're
do
get the
that.
100 gauge and negotiate there that way. It'll
Well,
take us
yeah,
a while.
okay, we'll do that one. Yeah, I think Jay could talk. Here you are, folks. Thank you very much again.
All right.
Another
Vicarious
BCA member.
Cigars.
Vicarious. Say that with an accent.
Vicarious.
Vicarious.
Yeah, a little roll of the R
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's not from Boston, I can tell you that.
All right.
Anyway, get yours, folks. Here's the man with his partner, Jay, and enjoyable cigars. All right. Get them.
Yes.
I think we can say we promote them.
All right.
All
Appreciate
right.
it. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you very much.
All right.
All
Thank
right,
you, Bob.
folks. So we're going to get on another owner here,
Well,
another cigar
Here's
line.
the thing. It's already 2:00. Maybe
Is
we
your
should.
stomach roaring?
Yeah, stomach's a little growly.
Is it really?
Yeah, so maybe we need to take a little
Well,
break. And
I tell you what, if you want to do this, all right, why don't we get another man sit next to me and you go eat, and then when you come back, you get somebody next to me and I'll go eat.
yeah, I don't see that happening.
What's that? You want to shut down? I mean,
we'll
you know,
just go on a break for a little bit, and then it'll only take us like 10 minutes. And
You sure you want to
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, folks. So Kyle's got something in mind. What we'll do here is, I'm sorry, listeners. I'm sorry. We have to eat. All right. Kyle's getting hungry. So when Kyle gets hungry, I don't have a Snickers bar for him.
no.
So he needs some real food. All right. But we're going to get a break for all you loyal listeners that have been with us for, since we started and joining in. We're going to be back. We're going to line up a bunch of cigar owners here shortly. So we're boom, boom, boom. We don't have any downtime. I want to make things happen for you on the second half because we're going right up till 6 o'clock out time, wherever you are.
Yeah,
So
Vegas.
So you got to figure out from Vegas time if you're up or minus, but we're going to 6. So it is right now. What time is it here?
It's
It is
almost 2.
Almost 2. So we are 4 more hours worth of some wonderful, great interviews. All right. So please join us when we come back. We want to thank you and really appreciate all your support for us. I hope you're enjoying the show, and you'll see Bob and Frank later on when we finish here tonight. Bob and Frank will be having their show.
For sure.
All right. Love you. We'll see you back here shortly.
All right.